don't like seeing CIA created, but
5-year plan, independent reds to call.
yeah. Oh, so
initial setup.
yeah.
I generally go 1 in Austria, 4 in the other 2. Person, I don't know what you guys go for. All in. Put it all in.
Yeah, we've got independent reds, so that is 1 in Austria.
I think Austria, yeah, with independent reds. Sounds good. Okay, I'll lock that in, and we'll see what they come up with. I think they might go 3-3-2 in Europe. So 3 in France. I saw them do this in one of their games they recorded the other day. So I would be surprised if they go down that route again. Which maybe, if they do, maybe makes De Gaulle a possible more interesting play. But yeah.
I mean, I guess it is De Gaulle, or I mean, I don't know, Decol. Is it too early?
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't want Decol to run into defectors.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's always the fear, isn't it? When you don't have defectors in hand, it's a risky play. I mean, it can pay off big. We could get a chance to grab Thailand. Oh, okay. They've got 3-4-2.
I mean, De Gaulle feels, I don't know, it could. Yeah, it's the obvious one, I suppose. We're in there.
Yeah.
I'm always wary.
Where are we thinking of queuing?
Yeah, with the 4-4-2 setup, I'm always more tempted towards the coup in Iran.
Ditto, and also with Decol, we can drop DEFCON reasonably quickly, Decol into Thailand, put pressure in Asia. We've got a route into through Algeria to France, and also, but we need to try and dump CIA.
Yeah.
5-year plan as a hold card.
Yeah.
I definitely as a hold card. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so De Gaulle then is De Gaulle headline, and
then a coup or Romanian and coup. I mean, thinking about the odds we'll have afterwards as well.
I don't think we can do Romanian because we've got independent reds in hand.
Of course. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I think we're just getting rid of that one up if we can. But so I think that's to be De Gaulle. If we don't want to risk Decol, I think De Gaulle.
Yeah, Decol. Sorry, De Gaulle. Yeah.
De Gaulle. Okay, here we go. Containment.
And then
we still get to coup Iran.
Yep.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Let's see if I'm rolling lucky today. Oh, okay.
That's a pretty good one.
I don't mind that at all. That's good.
Yeah, definitely agree. It prevents the counter coup. And I guess now they've got a choice. Need to fill up France.
Yeah, which we could give them.
Give them independent reds and fill up France.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna probably if they've got a 4-op, they've got lots of 4-ops, haven't they?
Yeah,
probably. They've got containment, so they'll probably take that. So do we then compete in Europe, or do we try and put pressure on in another?
I mean, if we lose France, wouldn't mind going into Spain, Portugal as a good 2, which can also be help with a brush war later on Italy, possibly.
Check scoring because there'd be.
Oh, I forgot about the David Mc website.
Been obviously having to think about it. I wonder, what's the views on a Decol at DEFCON 4? I don't know. Maybe it's not a particularly good move with France. We've already got access to France. Maybe not such a great move, but yeah, it's I guess then it also leaves us at risk with CIA. Maybe.
Other thing is, if they've got containment, I mean, it might be a signal of a slightly weak hand to start with, and it might be they've just got 3-ops, but they could very well have a whole bunch of 3s that have turned into 4s, and they could just whack us with a pretty hefty coup that we can't do much about.
Yeah, I think that coup is perfect to knock out Iran as an option.
Yeah. It's worked out very well. I guess the question is, so do we think getting independent Reds out of our hand now?
I think let's see what they do with France.
Yeah.
I mean, if possible, I think nabbing France is very good. You know.
So definitely grabbing France. But if they take France, if they're able to take France, then possibly put scoring pressure on somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got a good coup option, so we don't want to take the second coup. I don't think, if we're trying to ditch CIA.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, so we don't want to. Of course, we don't want to coup Panama and get influence there, and then CIA becomes a problem.
Could fill up what? Could pop 2 into Iran.
Jimmy, are you able to turn up your mic a bit? I think you're still quiet.
Yeah, sorry, I moved it away from my mouth to take a sip of tea. Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. Got you. Cheers.
Cool. Sorry.
I'm very British. A sip of tea. I don't have my tea in front of me. I've got my glass of water. I should have been having tea. We should have all had a cup of tea.
True pro.
I
mean, I'd opt to keep Iran kind of empty until we're out of if we get down to DEFCON 2.
How do we get rid of CIA then?
Yeah.
Well, CIA. I mean, yeah. Well, if they bring it, I mean, if they take it, if it goes down to 2 and we still don't have anything in Africa or the Americas, then we can use CIA.
Yeah. The danger, of course, is if they've got Fidel. That's the only way we've got that issue.
Yeah.
What we do know is we've got to play CIA before decall. Probably.
So one option is 2 from independent Reds into Iraq.
Yeah, that's what I was
gives
thinking.
them a hard coup option there. Because the other thing is that they're taking a fair bit of time, and not quite going as far as making them using destal and stuff like that. But if we can decide on a couple of options and almost be ready to go immediately.
Yeah.
What if we were to put 2? I mean, what about 2 in Iraq? It's a harder coup for them if they wanted to re-coup.
So if we're going to create scoring pressure on the board, then Iraq or Afghanistan are the 2 where we can immediately force scoring pressure. I generally prefer filling up battlegrounds first, so my preference is towards Iraq. But
okay, so
this is assuming. Sorry, you
go. Option 1 is if they don't do anything about France, we fill it up with independent Reds, or possibly if they stick with something funny in there like a 1, we fill it up with Comic-Con. If they don't do that, we can't really respond in Europe, so we put scoring pressure on by going to Iraq.
Okay.
With independent Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that. Because also Afghanistan, they could still coup us there.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, they're filling France as we thought. So 2 to Iraq.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fine. We just go straight like that. Excellent.
Yeah, because there's no way to counter in Europe the domination. Okay. So what have we got? Let me just go back to that website.
Maybe something I thought about there. Maybe it probably wasn't worth it. It was probably better to fill the battleground. But one option we could have had there actually was the space. Maybe even where there was. But maybe it's better to.
So they've already played duck and cover and containment so far. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And we've done Gaulies, France, independent Reds, and for nuclear test ban. Okay.
So I think.
I mean, Syria's tempting, obviously, because they've got nothing there. But let's see if they're going to. I mean, they don't really have many coup options apart from Iraq, which we've also defended by putting 2 in there.
Yeah, the question what we do next.
I mean, we've got a slightly weak hand.
Yeah, we've not got much jobs. So what's our priorities here to try and, I guess if we think about it that way, what's the things would you like to have by the end of the term? We want to get decall off and be in around Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they go into Malaysia, then I guess they're thinking where can they? Okay, there we go. Let's see.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So my inclination would be to try a high stakes kind of coup with CIA
on
Egypt.
Yeah,
just to get it out of the way, or possibly even. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I think.
I mean, I'd imagine they're going to bring down the DEFCON if we don't the next go, because that will allow them to get into Thailand safely. One option could be that we go into we decall now, and we could decall into Malaysia, into I don't know, Laos and Vietnam, and then if they coup us in one of those, we're still there. We can kind of coup back. Kind of to make some movement towards Thailand.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had a slightly weak start. They've had quite a strong start. We're not going to win this in the early war, it feels like. So I'd be loath to spend all of decol in Southeast Asia when we could look at, kind of getting a stranglehold on Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It's true what you're saying about CIA. We do need to get rid of decol. Needs to come after CIA. After CIA. So
what about here? Putting 1 for remaining application in South Korea. It's not generating much of a threat, but we're just with a weak ops hand. We're just moving towards, filling places up. We're kind of almost tempting them to take the in. They've got so many ops. We're trying to tempt that they need to coup at some point for DEFCON. So there's this kind of thing where we kind of force them by holding DEFCON high to eventually take that coup with a lot of ops, like an inefficient coup is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, inefficient coup on Iraq. So we're trying to force that by maybe making.
I mean, I guess we've got to be worried about their coup potential because of containment, that they might have, fours that they're going to be cooing us with.
Yeah.
That could. I mean, putting 1 in South Korea is not bad because it's they're wary. I mean, if we put 2 in Afghanistan, that would give us domination in Asia. Even though we're bluffing there to a certain extent, that might force their hand a bit.
Yeah.
I'd rather leave Comic-Con to the end, like to one of the last cards, though.
Gives us good to have that in the bank. Okay, let's make a call.
Okay, so your feeling, Jimmy, is to go with a CIA coup in Egypt, which is. So let's just say in theory.
The only thing is, an early CIA coup, they if they're super strong, then they might look at that and think, well, we can turn over like North Korea or something like that.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Maybe
it reveals us, doesn't it?
Or Romanian abdication coup into Lebanon, maybe.
Yeah.
To give us.
Well,
actually, that doesn't change the scoring, does it?
It doesn't, and the problem there then, if we do get ops in there, then they have a free coup on Lebanon. Although I think they want to drop DEFCON to get into Thailand, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just thinking my thinking of the play in South Korea means that we're creating a problem for them of where they're going to get their mill ops from, unless they're holding.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go with that. I'm happy with.
Do you think that's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with South Korea.
Don't play event. That'd be stupid. Place influence. South Korea. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
I mean, we could even, if Asia becomes an issue, we can get into South Korea now with ComCon at the end.
Yeah.
And the upside of if we can deal with CIA this turn, then I know we don't want to play China card. Well, actually, we could even play China card this turn because we don't have a DEFCON threat so much then. Also, they would be able to hold D-Style regardless through the reshuffle.
I mean, I'm uninclined to use China card yet. Okay, that's interesting. What are they doing?
Yeah, filling up in the Middle
Okay,
East.
so they've gone. So that suggests they might have a.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be up for possibly a CIA now coup, maybe in Lebanon or Libya, I guess, because it's.
Yeah, if we're, I'd be less inclined to go for Lebanon now because that gives them mill-ops, and they might be, I know it's only going to be a couple of VPs, but it might be that they struggle. So we could take a punt on Egypt, maybe, or
just have a go at Libya.
Yeah, I think with Egypt,
then we can add.
only removes
one for the Nasser benefit.
One.
Right?
Okay. Let's go. I'm happy to do that.
Okay, we're going to coup with CIA. Are we?
I mean, I imagine what they're going to do is they're going to go straight into Thailand.
Yeah.
Because they're going to decall.
Yeah.
So do we want to resolve the event first? Let them take the first move, because then they can't just freely move one up into Thailand. So if we coup first with CIA, it goes to DEFCON 3. They can then just place one.
Yeah, maybe resolve the event first.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing they could do? Yeah, I prefer that way around.
Yeah,
let's go that route. Okay, we're good with that. Let's resolve CIA. Get out of the way. Yeah, I mean, it's always a pain getting CIA, but you're right. The plus side is now, we're pretty much in a, at least gets rid of that DEFCON threat, and it frees us up to use a China card if we need to use it somewhere.
Well, it could be quite usable with decall if we are kind of wrestling for Thailand.
I mean, we don't actually even have to coup with CIA. We can see what they do.
Yeah.
Although they do have, got domination in both Middle East.
Yeah. I don't think they would have played
Containment over Middle East scoring.
Yeah.
And the headline, though, I think that's. I think that's also one of those giveaways to USA. If they won't have Middle East scoring if they got it, they would have headlined it right in turn 1.
Ricky, would you mind just clicking on the action round at the top?
Yeah, just see what we're doing.
Truman was the last one.
Yeah,
they've kind of pretty good US hand, isn't it, so far?
Yeah. I mean, that's the plus side, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of red cards waiting to come out. So,
I like your thinking.
Yeah, I like all 10.
Yeah, I also, I've had games like this where, as a USSR, you can have this really rough-looking first hand, turn 1 hand, but actually, the draw gets very red going into turn 2, and suddenly you can just flip it around. It takes 1 or 2 events, and yeah, the game can really flip. I mean, we got socialist governance next turn. We could flip France before Europe scores.
Well, I think the one thing that is probably not going to happen is a USSR roll, is it?
No,
so I think we need to look at spreading as early as possible.
Yeah.
So we could pick up some big dominations or even control of Africa or South America if we can.
Yeah, Panama coup at some point.
Yeah. I think that's probably right. Actually, I think we're probably looking at cooing Panama over, balancing up the Middle East, but then cooing Panama and making that a bit nasty.
Yeah. So what we do? So if they coup here, do we just coup back and drop DEFCON to 2? If they don't coup,
that definitely allows us. That gives us flexibility with decall.
Yeah.
It also gives us 1 VP. If they coup with CIA and we coup back,
that's right.
Then
they've only got 1 mill up. I mean, so what do we need to get to knock 1 out of Egypt? We'd need what, 4, right?
Yeah, I'm terrible.
4.
Bring what that looks like.
Oh, 1 second.
But yeah, maybe it would be about, I think it must be about 4 or something. Is it 4 plus 1, 5? Yeah, it'd be 4. Of course, this is the problem as well. Does CIA not? Yeah, that's it. Okay, I thought that might happen. I remember now that CIA obviously gives them 2 ops as well. That's the problem being contained. Do we coup Thailand? Do we take a shot at it? I mean,
I think so.
I think that's the best option. Yeah,
and doesn't give them, and maybe that gives us 2 VPs at some point.
Yeah.
For Milops.
It's more valuable than any of the other options that we can get. I mean,
yeah, because they'll definitely drop DEFCON. Well, so here's the thought. So the next turn they have to drop DEFCON to protect Thailand, otherwise we could coup with the China card or something. So they'll feel compelled to do that, and their only option at the moment is to coup Iraq.
In which case, if they're going to be coupping Iraq, do we? They might coup for Milops anyway, so it would make it less efficient for them, wouldn't it, if we force it into it?
Also, realistically,
I think I'd go for Thailand because it's an opportunity that might work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go for it. Keep the pressure on time-wise at least. Right, let's roll. Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Okay, it's not bad.
Well, something at least. Forces them to fill it up.
Okay, so we want CIA.
And then, so what are we thinking? Are we thinking Comic-Con coup in order to drop DEFCON if they don't? Or
yeah, what do we think? Yeah, I wonder if that's if it's worth it for those 2.
But do we need to drop DEFCON? I mean, now, because we could.
I guess the problem is if we want to decall now, and I think Jimmy's got it right. We want to decall as much as possible across Africa. So we want to go into those 1 stabs in Africa, which means then they get a nice free coup on a 1 stab in Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's likely if we coup with Comic-Con, they will put 1 into Angola next, which negates us a little bit there. But then it gives us a coup target for next turn, which is good as well.
I mean, one option with decall could be 1 in Thailand, which with certain. 1 in Indonesia, 1 in Burma, and then 1 in South Africa. It's a kind of steer away, which obviously doesn't get us across Africa. I mean, but it at least gives us a hand in Southeast Asia.
I think it's quite easy for them to repair Thailand. I'd quite like to go into Thailand. I mean, to Thailand last if they haven't double over protected it, and then gives them something to do on their last turn, other than rather than spiking one of ours. The alternative is to pile 3 into South Korea.
Yeah, and just take South Korea here.
Yeah, I'm happy with that
because they have to coup. So they have to coup.
Because it gets us there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm. Yeah.
So we're going to go Comic-Con 3 into South Korea.
I'm fine with that personally.
Yep. Okay, let's go for it. It's in our battleground, which is good. And you're right. I mean, they've now got to coup, and they've got to take a coup on Iraq, which is
I mean, they could coup. They've got 2 more turns, haven't they? So.
Yeah, I mean the danger here is they will coup because they can't not coup because they need those. Yeah, they need the Milops, so they have to take a coup.
But they might not. They might coup on the final go.
Well, exactly. They know we've got to play decall now, which I guess is maybe the downside. But yeah, so maybe it was good to coup. But yeah, I mean we've got South Korea out of it.
The thing is I feel like if we can get in one of our decalls into Burma, that's good because they haven't got away to India and Pakistan at the moment. So though we've lost Thailand, we've got Koreas. So we're quite looking. We've got potential, Asia domination here.
Yeah, the country count's going to always be the challenge. But if we, so what are we thinking with this decall now? Let's assume they do coup here. I mean, yeah, they have to kind of, yeah, right. Because they need to double over protect Thailand because they know that we'll put one in, otherwise we can flip it with the China card.
Is there a way to get is that Sean STW?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm just replying to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, I can't see the Discord because I'm trying to screen record. Otherwise it just
Yeah. Yeah, I guess our decall strategy just very much depends on. Okay, so yeah, so to answer your question, Ricky, what was it? So if we've dropped down to DEFCON 2.
Yeah, so assume if they coup here, then I think it's a pretty straightforward decall. We go into Africa, possibly Angola, Nigeria, maybe one into Indonesia, maybe one into Thailand, or Laos and Thailand, something like that. Space.
Space race. Okay, so that makes decalling in Africa difficult.
Yeah, because now they get a free coup. So maybe we have. I mean, I really hate.
In that case, I'd go South Africa, Burma, and maybe Thailand and Indonesia. But what would those
we
do?
could get a domination in Asia that they would need to do something about. So if we put in,
Laos,
yeah, so we could. That's good.
Yeah, Indonesia, Laos.
Yeah,
that gives us.
But the other thing that we can do is if we, so they've only got one turn left. If we could put two into, Angola and Zaire. So we would definitely get one of those, and then one into Thailand. If they then don't overprotect, we could have. I know it gives them back-to-back coups in Africa, but we would then be able to take Thailand.
Yeah, I quite like this play actually because.
Oh wait a minute. Okay, you don't think we're just giving them too many options here with Angola and Zaire? Is it kind of baiting them too much?
So here's the situation. DEFCON's at 3. They have to coup this next turn, otherwise that's 3 VPs to us.
Well, they might just opt not to coup and just protect. I mean,
yeah, I think that's good for us.
The threat of Asia, we obviously don't have Asia, so they're not going to be immediately concerned with us playing Asia because that with the end of our turn. So that gives them either coupping Africa for an easy coup because they're going to have high ops as well with the containment. Or how worried are they about, I don't know, protecting Thailand?
Yeah, or maybe one into South Africa, because if we leave it at so what you're saying is one into South Africa and then the other 3 into Southeast Asia.
Yeah, that I'd be inclined to do that.
Something like that. It's
okay.
Yeah. I mean, normally I'm definitely a fan of the moves of trying to spread into the one stabs in Africa and not going to South Africa. But I think in this case, you're right. This then leaves them with a really, they've got no good coup target here apart from Iraq, so they have to still take that inefficient coup if they want it, and we get domination.
We get a choice of coupping Thailand or filling it or taking it with the China card.
The fact that it's not dropped down to 2, so that gives us So they're actually forced in a way to try and coup.
Okay.
Africa or Iraq.
We go because we're losing on time now.
Yeah, we are quick up. All right, we go with this.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Okay, let's go for it. Yeah.
Wow, we're still on turn 1 and it's
50 minutes. I know. We'll need to get ourselves pace up. I find though early wars it's where you've got the most choices, right? We'll definitely speed up in the mid war. Early wars is when you've got a tough hand like this and you've got tough choices to make. But that wasn't like a straightforward hand of let's just do this, do that. We had to think it through. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
And yeah, they're having to take the coup. Yeah.
Okay.
They got 2, didn't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what have we got? Naz's out.
Naz's out, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to see the... That was it.
Right. Marshall Defectors Special Relationship Olympic.
Oh, what have we got? Okay. Oh, great. We've got defectors. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So They must.
Warsaw,
What's
Red
sort
Scare,
of
Purge,
left in the
Korean.
deck? They must have quite a red hand round now, right? Or
Purge.
it feels like nearly all
Korean.
blue cards are out.
Scoring as well. Let's have scoring cards. Is there anything we can do to affect scoring in the headline?
Could we safely headline?
Korea's already. That's the only one that would make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be inclined to Red Scare.
Yeah, we could purge them here. The other
I
option.
Think so.
So I think Olympic Games is.
Unless
I'm talking that could be safe because Duck and Cover came out. If you wanted to keep the 4 ops of Red Scare in our hand so we could spread, because we do have things we want to spread to. I think we need to get into Iran, to even up the Middle East. We want to get into Pakistan, possibly even as well. So I don't know how you feel about, going for the ops. What kind of things, Bobby, what kind of things have they got left in the tracker that would really benefit from us taking some ops off them from Red Scare Purge? I mean, the danger here is they've got a hand of, say, like a couple of scoring cards, and then, we're not getting a huge amount of value.
What they've headlining.
They might have NATO. What do they have? I mean, they could just push them, weaken them. I mean, I don't know what's the better option though than Reds.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty weak. I mean, other options. I was thinking you could go with Olympic Games because they can't degrade DEFCON in the headline. I don't think with no Duck and Cover. Am I right? I'm not missing anything there, am I?
No, that's been taken. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gone.
I would think Red Scare.
Yeah, okay, let's purge. Let's just purge. All right, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I just get always very greedy about 4 ops cards in my hand. That's my problem.
Okay, that's good. 3, that's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal.
And take Thailand with the China card.
China card, Thailand. Yeah, let's do it.
Is that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not.
They haven't got a good coup target, so we still might get the coup.
Yeah.
And
yeah, exactly. If they've got a coup against Iraq, and we've got Korean War for the mill ops if we want it. So
yeah,
let's go for it. China card, Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel as a USSR that if I get one of Thailand or France, I feel much better about my chances across the whole game. And now they can't just freely walk into Angola, so if they do coup here for the mill ops, we get Angola Zaire.
I think the other.
Well, I guess we've got the Korean War for ops if we want.
Yeah, that's our mill ops option for Korean War, so we may well event that.
And they may have the Arab-Israeli War.
So we're still thinking we're going to have two hold cards. They failed their space shot, so
yeah, we need to get into
we probably need to go into space early. If we're still thinking 5-year plan as a hold card.
Yeah, I like to hold that for sure.
So
CIA's gone, so
yeah.
So we're going to have 2 hold cards, are we? Yeah.
Yeah, because we played the China card.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be inclined to keep 5-year plan.
Do you want
even Marshall Plan if they don't get UN intervention.
Yeah, that's my thought as well. Marshall Plan or defectors, I think, are your 2 options there. One option of defectors is that it means we then have defector-free headlines throughout the mid-war. We don't have to be worrying about that. But is it if we don't see intervention, maybe Marshall Plan's worth it for the chance to do something like that. Okay, Algeria, Panama. Interesting. So, if we coup, we risk giving up Angola, Zaire. Africa could get very messy very quick. We've got. Is there a way we can create problems in Europe, maybe? I'm just thinking, an option here, not because I don't feel we've got the pressure here to coup because I think the problem is if we coup, I think we're giving up Angola, Zaire, which is okay, we've maybe got a chance to coup them back. They're 1 stabs, but they would just walk through.
could fill Africa with Warsaw.
Yeah.
Because that would then give us a +1 realign unless they move into Angola, and if they're moving to Angola, then we can coup.
So we're just going to regarding Europe then.
Yeah, because the other option here is to do something to block Europe.
I mean, the other option is you could give them Marshall Plan and go to Spain, Portugal, to Turkey.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's obviously that at least we're battling them there. So then, if it does swing at a latter point and we get Suez, we could,
I would go to Spain, Portugal, to Greece because we're the only ones with access to Turkey.
Yeah.
Can we get in?
Oh no, because they would then have 2 into Spain. It doesn't change the scoring.
Well, even something.
No, 2 into Spain.
We could always. We could hit space first.
Yeah, space here. I think space is the right answer here. So space special relationship. Let's try and get those 2 VPs. I mean,
I'd go. That then forces us to play either defectors or Marshall Plan.
Okay,
so I'd probably space.
Really, but okay. So you don't think, Jimmy, 2 Turkey, 2 Spain, Portugal, we equal out, and then we've at least got two of the 3.
Yeah, but the problem there is then if we do it in Marshall Plan, they put 1 in Greece, they put 1 in Canada. It's 2 ops in their next turn, and they've got domination in Europe again. And
but they've kind of okay. So we waste the ops in a kind of futile effort.
Yeah.
Although at the moment we're
I think space. I think space here because I don't think they've got no good coup target still. We don't want to coup definitely because I think we're just giving up Angola, Zaire. There's too much. I think
whichever way, I think we need to speed up slightly.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I'm going to call it for us. The space, defectors or Marshall or special relationship. What are we spacing? Shout one out.
I would space defectors because I wouldn't want to give them the VP. But
VP. Okay, I'm with that. Let's go without. Let's not give away VP. You're right. I'm not doing good cheering. 6. Yeah, I'll speed us up because we need to. So if we say our target should be to definitely be, we should maybe try and get ourselves just on the hour mark by the end of. If we're on the hour mark by the end of.
I mean, things we need to do. We need to top up Thailand this turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Space.
Okay, they didn't know what to do either, so they went to do
Rubbish.
Okay. You guys don't want to coup with like Warsaw Pact, Panama, or
I think that then gives Angola.
But if they kind of, let's say they did take Angola, okay. Or what about? I mean, Angola. I feel like there's one that the USSR can claim back.
So what about
with its
event? I think that's the point that he goes to Angola, then they go to Zaire, then they can spike Cameroon, Saharan states at the end of the turn, and they've got in theory they've not got a lot of ops left because they are purged, but gives them the chance to really fill up Africa there, and it's a lot of cooing back to recover that. That could be a problem.
For me, I think a couple of choices. Get adjacency to Pakistan or India so that we can go for a big domination, or fill up South Africa so that we aren't going to get completely wiped out of the southern half of Africa.
Okay, I personally think we should at some point put 1 in Burma and 1 in Thailand, but I think before that maybe we should put 3 in South Africa with Warsaw.
Okay, we're going to go for that.
Okay.
3 in South Africa. Let's just take it. It's a battleground. It's worth fighting for. Let's grab it.
And I think we do want to kind of claim those West Asian countries because
we do need to get moving.
If they're left empty and they get the what's the one where he just drops? They drop 3 puppets. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely want to get moving towards them. I mean, the one question here, maybe we should have gone into Iran. I mean, they can't have. Okay, it's a coup target for them, but if they're purged, the best they can coup with is. I mean, how many 4-ups are left actually in the deck, or where are we? What have we not seen yet? Do they actually have the ops for a decent coup on Iran? and then that evens up. Yeah, so what there's Kyrgyzstan, US,
so they're playing with 2 op cards now.
Yeah, so
you've got socialist governments, Eastern European unrest, and NORAD are the only 3 ops, but they're all against those.
I think next turn we go to Iran. What do you think?
I don't think they have CNS because they would have played.
Yeah.
I'd like not to go to Iran until we're coup free, because it's so valuable them not getting into that little golden triangle at the moment.
I think it would also cost us the VPs, wouldn't it? I don't think we can allow them to have the first coup.
Okay, so we do want that coup. Okay.
Because they played Indo-Pakistani war last turn, so they don't have a source of VPs unless we allow them a coup.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to hold 5-year plan, 5-year plan, and Marshall Plan, the 2 plans.
I think we need to hold Korean War.
I'm inclined with special relationship to just put that in the UK, because if we don't, then they just add 1 to France. It's harder to get back France.
Yeah, that means we don't have the option of getting France with socialists or something. So what we definitely want to do, we want to get 1 into Burma, we want 1 into Thailand, right?
I reckon, yeah, 1 into Thailand, 1 into Burma, a coup, maybe a coup next, then a Thailand and Burma move, and then special relationship into UK could be one path.
Yeah, it just depends whether they blink first in this sort of weird game of chicken we're playing around the coups. If they blink first, then it's kind of obvious. We go to Angola, we go to Burma, stuff like that. We've kind of got the options to go, but Iran.
I imagine they've got bad red card. I mean, to space D-style. Because I wouldn't do that personally until turn 3.
Yeah, so they must use that. Yeah.
But what's worse than D-style? Nothing.
And they must.
Well,
so they must be holding
oh no, we
blockade,
failed. Yeah.
So, but I'm the purge.
Yeah, so they must be holding blockade and not intending to.
So that if they are holding, they can't. They don't have to play it, do they?
Should we coup?
I know they do, because we played the China card. I don't know. Sorry, keep going.
Should we coup? I mean, the options for me would be Egypt's not really one now. It would be Panama, really.
Yeah.
Because we can slip into Algeria from France, but we can't do anything with Panama. I mean, it's just for the mill-ups, really, and stop them getting mill-ups, unless they have Indo-Pakistan war.
They don't. That's already gone, I think.
Yeah,
is it gone? Okay, then I'd coup Panama myself. But.
So, Bobby, you're going to coup Panama. Jimmy, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just whether this is the other option here is so the other option maybe here's the 1 Burma, 1 Thailand. We've got to do it at some point. Let's get out of the way now.
What could they do once we could Panama? In terms of what would it allow them to do? Just move into Angola?
Yeah, that's it. They go to Angola.
But then if they move into Angola, we've got a coup on Angola or Zaire next go.
Yeah, this is true. Actually, yeah, this is true. So how many ARs left? Right, so they've got 3 ARs left. They can go on 4. They go to Angola. 5. They go to Zaire. Yeah, but surely they can't have a strong enough hand to do the spike either, can they? So maybe that's not a bad play, because then we could coup Zaire next turn and we'd have the real line on Angola in future. Maybe. So maybe coup now is not a bad shot.
Or maybe if we leave the coup 1 round.
1 more turn, yeah. Then it doesn't give them the number of action rounds they need to get out of Zaire. So I think that makes sense.
If they do coup us though, then we have to use Korean War to get the mill-ups, which is a bit of a waste to give that. And if it doesn't come our way, I mean, if it comes our way, we get two victory points as well. If it doesn't.
Yeah, it's still a 50-50 on 2 VPs, and at 5 VPs down, I mean.
So something that we definitely want to do is Thailand and Burma.
Yeah, that's one of the Olympics.
So it could well be that we know we want to do those for sure. Oh, so this is our action round. I didn't see that. What was theirs?
Yeah, we want. This is.
Oh, we've just been talking for ages and I forgot what.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's call it. All right. So our 2 options, I think, are 1 Thailand, 1 Burma right now, or we coup Panama.
I'd vote for Panama, but if you guys want to go with the other one, I want to do that as well, but in the long run. But yeah,
I'd go Thailand, and they might lose their nerve and try and spread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because we do have a sort of Milots with Korean War, so we're not going to, albeit it's nice to get the 2 VPs if we can. Milots. I think this means we're less likely to lose out in Africa.
So if they don't coup now, I'd coup with Korean War.
So it's a hard time for them to repair this.
Great.
Right, what are we doing? 2 France.
Stuff UK that they have to repair. So two UK, I would say, because both of those affect the what's it? Do you reckon?
2 UK or 2?
Yeah.
That forces them to put both of those back, or 1 UK, 2 France. It doesn't matter.
I'm inclined to go that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll just repair it, and then I think we just.
So we could, if they're probably saving something like Vietnam revolts. So it could be that we spike the UK on the last turn with special relationship, because that also affects the scoring headline.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to coup here with Korean War. Panama. Do we want to coup here then with Korean War and Panama?
Yeah, I'd go for that.
I agree. Let's do it. Okay. And
okay, nice.
Rolling again. I'm going to go for my first comfort break in a moment after the end of this turn.
Okay.
Okay.
And Asia's isn't looking bad.
Yeah, it's good shape. 7 so far, which is. Oh yes, nice. A 1 in 6 chance. Let's see.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. This is into the UK.
The UK, yeah.
Okay. And that limits them in what they can do with the last AR. Although I think they'll probably go Zaire or UK here if they've got 2 ops. If they've got a 3 op card left, if they do.
Vietnam revolts, I think, if it's something they've saved till the very end, and then they have a choice, don't they?
Yeah.
Of the UK or Angola.
Yep.
There we
go.
Good
shout. Good goal in the Vietnam revolts.
That's good. I mean, Thailand's looking fairly. Yeah. Okay. 2, 3. Cool. Okay. That was a good turn. How are we doing time? 6 minutes behind. Okay.
Yeah, so we need to play the pace. All right.
They've got Asia, and they've got Europe.
So
interesting. Cambridge 5. Is that worth it for it? I mean, they're going to headline. Yeah, they can't headline Europe, or they could headline Asia here.
We've got decal, so we could have a.
Cambridge. They're not going to headline Europe, are they? Because.
But we
can't.
They can't. Yeah, that could be interesting, and then we could. That would give us 2.
We can UN Marshall.
Then Marshall, and then just get France.
Get France. What about it?
Could we get France? I don't think we can get France.
Would it take it to 4-2? No, we couldn't get France.
No, we couldn't get France.
But what we could do is Portugal and Greece would even the scores up. They don't have access to Turkey, so we could go 5-5 with the easy fill-ups.
Yeah. There's a choice there.
So where do you think put the Cambridge 5?
Cambridge 5 headline. Cambridge 5 to break, France or something like that, to give them something extra to fill up, and then we could use UN Marshall for Greece and Spain.
Can we get into Greece?
We can't get to Greece at the moment. We're not in Greece.
I know we can't. Sorry, that's my.
Yes, but we could. The same thinking, but Spain.
So 1 into Italy, or or 1 into Greece is better, isn't it? Because they can't do anything about that.
Yeah, less options.
Gives us an extra op. Yeah.
Okay. Do we think Cambridge 5? The other option I think is possibly decal, or even just going CMS.
No. I'd go Cambridge 5 just on the off.
We know the scorecard's coming, so let's go for
it. They don't want to miss Europe.
Okay, let's do it.
We haven't talked through what they must have as well. Have we much?
So wait a minute. You're sure we want to go Greece here and not just go for 2 in Turkey, 2 in Spain, and 1 in France? And they have to repair France.
Is Truman June was played for ops. It's not out, so okay.
I think Greece, because we're not going to beat them in France.
No.
And they've got Truman, and that gives us access to an additional country. So if we pile into Portugal
Spain.
and Greece.
Okay.
They're holding blockade, by the way.
Yeah, the one downside here is we are then having to give up 5-year plan this turn, so we're not going to get 5-year plan, but for
that's
doubling
okay.
future scoring card. But we're okay with that, right?
What about putting the final one in Panama just to give some protection?
Panama protection.
One more in Greece and one more in Panama.
Yeah, either that or Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, yeah.
Possibly Costa Rica. Because Costa Rica then gives us a movement towards Fidel and Cuba if they do decide to space Fidel here.
Yeah,
Quite a lot of things to space, but at least gives us an access to
I'm happy with that.
Okay, let's go with that. Right, I'm going to quickly nip to the toilet. I'm back in a second, guys.
Okay. That was pretty good mitigation in Europe.
Yeah, it's good to have decal as well.
And we've got Arab-Israeli water for the MILOPS.
Yeah, so we should be going CNS and then NORAD to space, decal and Arab-Israeli, and then 5-year. Are we holding a 5-year plan? Yeah.
Do you think we need to protect Korea and both Koreas with that?
Yeah, at some point.
I'd kind of be inclined with decal. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's see. They're going to do coup. They're going to coup Panama.
So it's just that's a MILOPS coup, isn't it? Really? Oh, they've rolled well though.
Okay. Well, that's actually good. We put it in Costa Rica because we wouldn't have had anything there if we hadn't.
Yeah.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. There's the yellow one.
Where's that sound coming from?
I don't know.
That's like on the circle line at Victoria.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm very new to this and I don't know how to mute my mic. I was just out with the missus, so give me 1 second. I'm going to try and figure out how to mute my mic. At least you haven't got the music as well. sorry for the distractions. Don't blame the booze on this.
Hey guys. 6. Damn. Right.
We've just okay. So they included us there, but it's okay because we actually the one in Costa Rica was the right move.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right.
So
what you guys want to do?
We were talking about
decoupling?
Possibly. We were talking about the importance of overprotecting North Korea and South Korea.
Yeah.
See, obviously CNS we want to get away, and then NORAD's also a space. So we've only got really Arab-Israeli with which to overprotect.
Yeah.
Although we can't use 5-year plan here for overprotect.
Yeah, we've got a 5-year plan at the end of the turn. My one thought about, I think we do need to do some kind of overprotect, but on the other hand, Asia's just scored if they're plumbing ops into Asia.
I would have thought the 3-2 event or decal Arab-Israeli war, CNS, space NORAD, and 5-year plan at the very end to protect the Koreas. And
right. So we know we need to get rid of. We need to vent CNS. We need to get rid
of. CNS because we're going to do that anyway.
Let's go CNS.
Okay, yeah.
Because we've got time to decall. They don't know we've got decall, right? So that's important. So we can hang on to that as a little thing to create some problems.
Yeah, that's not a bad last one as well. So they've got Europe scoring. They've got blockade. They've got Fidel. So what else they got? So they got another 3.
Simon says,
So they're thinking here as well. A couple of things we want to do. We do want to try and even out the Middle East. So I'm thinking Iran here is quite important.
So Arab-Israeli war. That's
it has to be played for mil-ops.
They're protected, aren't they? So we need 6 to get that.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want.
Yeah, I mean that's one to go. That's one to play.
Yeah,
I mean, how about it could be NORAD to space next,
yeah,
and then that allows us to actually do something on our last 2 turns with Decol and Arab-Israeli to just in terms of tempo.
Yeah.
So we're keeping 5-year plan, or is that?
Well, we can't. We can't. We
can't. Yeah,
4 hours left, so we've got to play all 4 of these cards. 5-year plan goes last, obviously.
Yeah.
We know we want to space NORAD. I'm not going to make the mistake I made against you, Bobby, the other week and try and play it for the ops.
Yeah, that's right. That was a bad.
In fairness, it was a turn 3 gamble that I might get Quagmire pretty quickly, and then it didn't turn out.
That probably turned the game, didn't it?
Yeah, it probably did. It was one of these. It was the problem. I told you in the chat. I saw the Canadian guys do it really effectively. They played it on turn 3. They went for it to try and maximize ops, and then they got Quagmire on something like turn 4 or something like that, and were able to, or turn 5 or something, were able to get rid of it.
It's a gamble, Nora, definitely.
It's a gamble, and I'm not making that mistake again.
Well, I'm happy just to go straight reverse space because we're 6 minutes behind as well, just to.
Yeah, let's just get ourselves moving. We're still waiting for them, right? I'm not misclicked or anything. Yeah, no, we are. I sometimes do that. I have a terrible habit when I'm playing games with capture Nazi scientists, so I often play it, but then forget you've got to still press the little button.
Sorry. Just one thought. Arab-Israeli, are we playing that for the event just for the 2 VPs?
I think we are, but do you think there's another way? Yeah.
No, I think we need that.
I think we have to.
No, I think
we can get those 2 VPs.
To get the 2 VPs.
So
and maybe if you're lucky, get 6.
NORAD space, Arab-Israeli event.
Decol 5-year plan.
Decol 5 plan.
So basically, it's the order we've got it here from. Well, I go right to left. But so NORAD first, space, Arab-Israeli for the event, Decol 5-year plan to take Iran, possibly overprotect something. Maybe let's see. Maybe we could make.
The thing is, I reckon with Decol, we'll see what they do. So let's work out what we're going to do with Decol. So 1 in Angola, 1 in Zaire, 1 in Nigeria, and 1 in Algeria.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much all into Africa.
And then if they don't protect that,
you don't fancy double protecting Thailand?
No. I think it's more valuable just because to break those, because it would cost 2 to break those, wouldn't it? Whereas we could protect Thailand. If you wanted to overprotect Thailand, we could do that with 5-year plan.
One of the 5-year plans. You're right.
Okay, so he still wants Europe.
Okay. So I think we have to defend that, don't we?
Yeah, I think we do have to defend that.
We have just nothing to really defend with is the problem.
Well, unless we just accept
2
Arab-Israeli war and
maybe trading it not to score Europe is a worthwhile trade.
I think that is a worthwhile trade because they only need 1 in UK and Turkey, and they're up on us, aren't they?
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, Turkey, are we okay with that? With Arab-Israeli, it's the only card we can play for it. So
they might, and who knows? Yeah, maybe we're lucky and they have. Don't know.
Yeah, they kind
of. Jimmy, are you?
Sorry, yeah, we need time.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going. Let's get ourselves moving. Yeah, we're probably now a bit behind our times. I think we're okay about half an hour through the first early war, but we're a bit past that now, so we'll need to pick ourselves up. But I think
more obvious.
As I say, I think mid-war.
The problem comes in the late war where there's a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so respond with space.
NORAD, yeah. Okay, that's good.
That's nice.
And then let's decide on Decol. So
I'd go for the 4 battleground northern battlegrounds.
Yeah, happy with that.
Space for Dell. Okay. Decol.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, and if we're lucky, we can, pinch Zaire.
Yeah, we might get one of them, depending what they've got left.
And then we could maybe, Okay, this isn't terrible going into mid-war.
No, it's definitely. Asia was huge for us, that's for sure.
He's going to just protect that, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay.
So he's still holding blockade.
Okay, so I'd protect the two. You reckon?
I think we've got to get into Iran. I don't want to let him headline Middle East for free next turn.
Again. Yeah, I think so.
And the question is whether we want to stretch into.
Okay, then I'd put one. I'd kind of feel like we should protect South Korea. It's just.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with one there. I mean, I can't see any pressing need for the one other than maybe into Saudi to start.
Okay, no, that's okay. Two. Yeah, I'm happy with two. So what? Yeah, 2 in Iran and 1 in South Korea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay with that? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are both. Yeah. Let's do that. Warn me about DEFCON, which always freaks me out.
So he's got blockade and something else. So this might just be one up with blockade and a discard.
So we're going to be down to 2 VPs. Okay.
Below par, but Africa. I mean, if we get, if they don't steal the coup in the headline or they don't drop DEFCON, we have good chance of flipping that round with cooing as Zaire. If we draw Portuguese Empire crumble, South Africa unrest, yeah, it's not too bad. South America, a bit more worrying. It's empty, but D-Style's back in the drop pile, right? Unless they're about to blockade here.
Yeah, Zaire is quite an attractive coup target because then we would get the realign on Angola as well as
that's my feeling. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, if we can get that, liberation theology would be good for Central America and South America.
Yeah, if we can just get ABM, Junta, Brush War, then I think we'll be doing all right.
So we're going to know what both cards are either way.
Yeah.
Because it will either be what he plays or it will be blockade and what he plays. So we'll know if he holds a card, he's holding blockade.
Okay.
Yeah, that's useful.
Yeah, I mean, blockade's kind of like holding it can be very useful for the US. Get rid of whatever. It's like a 5-year plan for USSR. Well, we did well with Europe, didn't we? Lucked out a bit there. Okay, so he's got blockade.
Holding blockade. So
okay. So it's making...
Where did Truman go? I clicked away.
Truman went into Saharan states.
Right.
Away to Nigeria.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's not an obvious hand.
Yeah. So I'm wondering here about Portuguese Empire crumbles. It flips Angola. We then coup Zaire, and suddenly Africa's looking very good for us. Or
then
he might
Mexico.
I don't really like the coup Mexico, but it gets us in there at least, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, so what's the worst he can do? Missile envy gives him US Japan, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Grain cells would come
painful.
first before Portuguese Empire crumbles, so he'd.
Yeah.
So in terms of that's not a bad option.
So say that again. What was that one?
A possible headline with Portuguese Empire crumbles. And
I'd go with that.
Yeah, I think it's the only headline here that's causes a threat. So yeah, let's do it.
It also maintains. Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Thailand, maybe, or into Africa?
I think maybe even Iran.
Yeah, possibly.
Access
to Pakistan.
And then we need to fill up India, wouldn't we? Yeah. How are we doing on country count in Asia? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 more to secure it. So that would be.
Well, we've got Indo-Pakistani war. So that's if he does get into Pakistan and we kind of cover Afghanistan and India, that's not bad.
Actually, one thing is that it's now got domination at the moment in Africa.
Yeah.
And so
I think
Africa that would change with Portuguese.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, I'm inclined if he doesn't interfere with he's not going to interfere with Angola. We kind of get all the southern battleground states in Africa. It's not bad. But we really don't want to lose India if he coups in Iran, because then he's just got Japan, and he could.
It's true, but Asia's not scoring again until turn 8 at the earliest, or turn 7, sorry, about the earliest, right? So there's an argument that says that right now Africa is going to score at some point.
Okay, so what do you reckon? So we coup with Comcom?
Comic-Con, yeah. That'd be my thought. Yeah, the Comic-Con is the card to coup with.
Into Zaire?
Yeah.
I think so.
Depending on
what's our hold card, do you think? Okay, so let's hit the Zaire.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Well,
now he takes Nigeria, probably.
Nigeria 3 ops.
Well, we could. He should use a 4 ops card, really. Otherwise, we could just 3 up and back.
But I'm actually okay with this, right? So they've just used ABM to coup their own country. I mean, that's okay. It's not. I don't think it's bad.
That was good. That was good for us. I mean, I personally, I like that move that they've done. That suits us better.
We can pop into Botswana.
Yeah,
next.
I'm thinking Botswana next is if we get the chance to. If they don't go for it. And maybe Botswana, maybe Suez.
We could go into Botswana and then
and Nicaragua.
Leave Che.
Oh, flapper.
Unless they go into Botswana. No,
okay.
So yeah.
I think, does Botswana even it up? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. If Botswana does.
I wonder if. So here's.
Are you sure about using Suez there?
Well, either that or Cuban. I'm thinking here. So this ties up Africa. It creates a huge rail line threat in Angola, and it also creates a threat of giving us Cuba, which helps with Central America.
Yeah, I'm fine with the move, but maybe use Cuban Missile Crisis, just because Suez could be a good hold card if we want to.
Cool. Yeah, no, fair enough. So, are we okay with that? Is the move?
Yeah. So we go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing to think about is space race. It matters for VPs, so we can get a MIT away before they have a shot.
Yeah, if we get a chance to hear. I think that's a good shout. Let's get that.
Yeah. So we space our man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely a space here.
So we want a space before doing a realignment on Angola.
Yeah, I think so. We've got Che, right, for a goal.
Because if I mean, that's a huge amount, 6 in Angola. But if we could get that down, we've got domination in Africa.
So we're on +2 there, aren't we? So if we threw 3 ops at it, then we've got. The charts don't even go that high, but we've got a 72% chance of removing 5 ops from them.
I think we do want to realign them out because it's okay. Let's see what they do first.
Also, the other thing is our response to there's potential that they will coup next to reinstate to remove our presence in Central America or to reinstate domination of Africa. We've got Che, so we could hit Saharan states and respond to the other one.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout because I think they will coup Nicaragua unless they think we've got Africa, which is not unreasonable. Do they have Africa? That's a question.
Well, Africa was they had domination at the beginning of the turn, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted. Also like there's a shot at least. I guess no, we need 5. Yeah, 5. It's a shame we don't have Lebanon because at some point getting Saudi Arabia. And also, I do feel like we need to just remember puppets for West Asia.
We do need to try and get some ops into Pakistan, India. I think just one's enough, right? Because I think puppets is only if it's empty and there's no influence. That's right.
Yes.
So we do need.
And they're fairly secure with IP war in our hand, aren't they? So.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, we could put, I don't know, 1 in each in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and
I think
India.
if tempo allows, I think it's one we want to try and do. We want to just try and get something in there, even if it's just one op to give us. But I think it's
list of things to do is emit to space.
Yep, space.
I have a crack at realigning, perhaps. Cuba's empty, but I'm slightly concerned about what happens if they coup into Nicaragua and then we end up with a realign. So, but that's something we could think about.
Influence.
Okay.
So they definitely they're keen on.
Yeah.
The question is do we threaten them with Che either side of Nigeria?
I think so. I think that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Rather than the realignment. Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's the better play with the realignment. The realignments, the odds are.
Yeah, okay, fine. It's 3 against 2, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll definitely get. Oh, geez, 1.
Come on, give us a good.
Yeah, that's better.
So they're going to want to. They're going to coup back.
And now I think Africa's looking. They can't just take it back right in one AR here. What would they need?
No,
I don't think
no, they can't. And we've got a realignment option coming up. There's a coup that's going to be in Cameroon.
Yep.
Okay.
Now Zaire's looking.
Do we want to hit space?
Yeah, the one worry here is Zaire's looking a little exposed,
okay.
but we've got access back from
Angola.
No,
it's fine because we've got Angola.
access. Yeah, we've got access. Yeah, sorry, you're right. You're right.
Let's
Space. Yeah, space. Yep. Oh man, sorry guys, my space rolls are terrible.
That's all right.
Okay, so moving forward, do we want to claim Cuba, or do we want to?
I think if we get the chance
against puppets in West Asia, or do we want to? We've got Saudi Arabia to equalize Middle East as the options I see out of kind of.
The problem in the Middle East is, we don't have an easy way to get the domination with Syria, with the one in it as well. We'd have to spend.
Unless, I mean, it wouldn't be bad having one in Israel, really, because
yeah, I think so.
We get Muslim
that's true.
That's something we can knock them out quite significantly there.
Yeah.
The other thing that I was thinking about is one into Cuba, because that then allows Haiti
to try and get going there.
Okay, so they're doing for Zaire.
Okay, I'll go for the Zaire Reliance.
Okay, good.
Nice.
That's a good. Okay.
Right. How I learned maybe here to go one into Cuba, one into Israel.
Just one.
Yeah, go on then. Just give us.
Or we could. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I think.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's go for that.
Cool. What card did they use? I missed it. Romanian, was it?
Oh,
Azad. Romanian's gone as well. They realigned us with. Okay, so have we got Ricky? Have we got 2 goes left?
Sorry, yeah, we've got there's 6 and 7. Yep, we're in 5.
So I'd be holding blockade.
Yeah, they're still hold. So we're going to hold Suez.
And I'd be.
And I'm kind of okay with giving US Japan here. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Yeah,
if we get a chance to grab Cuba or something.
Domination. We get.
We've got the choice.
We kind of put like 2 in Afghanistan, 2 in Pakistan. We've got. Oh,
yeah. I mean,
you could actually go 2 Pakistan, 2 India, 1 Burma. That covers Burma against future risk. I mean,
yeah, that's too
much.
My argument against that is that I do agree there's something about getting something in India and Pakistan purely for the sort of puppet government's cover, but I'm not so worried about filling them right now.
Not entirely. I mean, the other thing that they could have, they could suddenly interfere with in Asia is the card where you can drop it all in if you've got the China card.
Yeah, Suri, yes, you're right, that's right. I mean, there's ways back in there for them, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, maybe right, maybe, yeah.
I mean, okay, so I guess one thing is, do we want to do a crazy realignment of Angola?
Yeah, because US Japan could be quite good for that.
Could knock them out.
Yep. Or, if we're saving US Japan, then we could go at it with Suez.
Actually, event Suez.
No, sorry, I meant realign with Suez, because if we're at plus, what did I say, +2, aren't we? So 3 ops, a +2 is like it's a 73% chance of removing 5. So I don't know what the opportunity to remove 6 would be. Or we've got an 88% chance with 4 op. So if we went with a 3 op, got like anywhere near lucky, we would.
I mean, my feeling, I'm inclined to keep Suez as a potential because Europe is for flipping, and we were to. This is interesting.
Okay, Southeast Asia score.
Okay.
So we need to protect.
What's our Asia count as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are. I know we're ahead in.
It's 5-4.
I think we've got
Burma.
In Burma. Wait 1 second. We've all 4.
I'm just showing what it looks like. I won't click.
Okay.
I'm just showing options. So there's one option there. If they've definitely got Southeast Asia, which that play, could be a real hint.
I mean, I like that in the fact that it protects Thailand from brush.
Brush as well, yeah. Which could be quite big here, because if they flip Thailand with brush war...
I'm quite up for that. I'm kind of up for countering them, if you guys are, just kind of...
Yeah.
The only thing, the other thing is, could we do something elsewhere?
Yeah.
Like that would bother them, so...
Yeah,
I don't know, spiking Algeria or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they're holding blockade, so presumably that's at some point they're going to have a 1 op. Sorry, I meant fill Burma, because you don't want to give access to India. But then, does that?
Could we put just one in India, which means that if they do then break into India, we could fill that up to full with Indo-Pakistan.
So here's my thinking. I don't think there's an immediate play we can do that sort of really creates. I mean, Algeria.
Break Algeria, 1 in Burma, and 1 in India. Would that give us Africa Dom?
It doesn't know.
So here's the thoughts. They might be setting us up for a crack with brush war.
That's what I'm thinking, and I just think
that's the problem in Thailand. That's why protecting.
And that's why that it's valuable because it's worth.
Should we go with that?
I'm happy with
it's
that.
worth it for the country count on Asia, and it protects brush.
Okay,
I think we've got to take that.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can justify it. There's it's worth 2 VPs for Burma and Laos there. Okay, we give away VPs by giving them in Japan, but we're going to do that anyway. And it saves us from a potential brush war here. So if they had brush war, why would they play flower power first? But unless they were, maybe it's their best option for taking Nigeria, I guess. Sorry, I'm just thinking that if they that would kind of hint maybe not.
What's the Southeast Asia scoring at the moment? 4, 5.
That's 4 to us now, which is that's pretty good.
That's okay. Okay, it's not looking bad. I mean, the thing is with Angola and realignment is we're probably going to go in there for a. We'd coup Nigeria, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we coup Nigeria, and we've got domination back. I mean, they could have Africa here, but I don't think they've got enough time to make it a domination. The worst case is 1 VP to them now, and I think the realignment would be good, but it is quite a. Yeah, there's a lot of.
I mean, they've still got space as an option. What can they do on the final turn that could really piss us off? That's kind of.
Well, now we've got China cards, so they might be playing Nixon to take it back. They don't have Yusuri, do they? That would be more efficient to play when you hold the China card.
Yep.
It might be that they've got what's the USSR version of Nixon?
Cultural Evolution.
So it might be that they'd rather give us 1 VP, but they haven't taken their space shot yet. I think we try and put some pressure on because they've got some stuff to deal with. They've got blockade. They've had to play China. Oh, here we go.
That's going to go to Nicaragua.
Okay.
That's good. That's fine.
So, 1 in Nicaragua, 1 in Haiti? Or use Suez, 1 in Nicaragua, 1 in Haiti, 1 in India.
Yeah.
So what's your thinking in just having two, just protecting?
Because we haven't got any presence at the moment.
Yeah.
So if they coup one, we lose presence.
Okay.
The other is literally just to take Cuba with Suez, and
you can then set up Haiti and Nicaragua.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, then they just move into.
And another thing they could do is in terms of kind of in Africa, they could attack in South Africa, just one in there, or to bring that down. I'd use Indo-Pakistan personally. I'm in favour of Suez. I mean, one in Nicaragua and one.
Okay, one Nicaragua, one Haiti, and we're going to hold Suez.
Okay.
That was the original plan for Suez. Let's hold it. You're right. There's a possibility here of maybe flipping France. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think given we've got so many non-battleground countries in Europe, it's a good.
France could be a good shout. It could be worth it. Okay.
God, let's go with it. I think we're short on time.
Yeah, we got to get the pace up. So, how are we doing time-wise? We've done quicker on this one, I think. But yeah,
I think we're struggling to get it as fast as we need if this goes to final scoring.
But we've caught up with them. That's the key thing. They were now caught up with them. That's very good. We were quite a bit behind them in time, so we're now. Yeah, okay, they've taken that for. Yeah, that was the one concern. Ugh.
Okay, Mexico.
Could have done a liberation theory.
Okay, so we've got a NATO coup there. Grain sales can still go to space. Arms race for the VPs.
Yeah.
Panama is unplayable at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, Panama, I've played this. It's a risky move. I've played it as a headline in this situation, and then
couped it.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
and immediately got Venezuela.
You know, it's bold, but what else do we headline other than Suez, right? At this point, I mean, the other option here is Suez, and we take France.
No, I mean, also, there's three of us, so if it goes wrong, we can all blame it on the other.
Yeah.
Two.
I mean, the thing is with Panama, so you've got,
it's
Panama Canal. It's a possibility. It's a good way of getting into South America.
It's a wild play, and it's open. We've not got junta.
I mean, the thing is if they've
got junta here, this is a problem, all right? They put two into Venezuela. We put one more on top of that. We're not.
Should we do it? Should we do it?
That's our only route in. They might have a different route in, but. So if they've got a route in, we need to get in anyway.
Yeah, we need to get in anyway.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go for it. I like it. It's bold.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, we're going for it. Panama Canal returned headline.
Yeah.
And then we'll coup with NATO. There we go. Good.
Okay.
And then just pray that I roll the dice well.
Yeah, coup with NATO.
Show the right button. Oh, please don't roll. Well, worst case here, we knocked them out anyway. So yeah, this is actually quite a good move. I quite like this play. Oh, excellent.
Yes. Nice. That was a good gambit. Okay.
I like it, Bobby. That's a good play. I've never seen that one before.
I did say we could blame each other. We can also claim the credit for it as well. I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's definitely a team decision, that one.
Yeah. we backed the good call in it. Yeah. I like that.
I mean, now that we're in Venezuela, I'm definitely inclined to go straight into Brazil and.
Yeah, before brush war appears. This is the threat now. This is time to play on truce. So,
do you think they've got Central America? Would they have played that as their headline?
I think people tend not to play headline.
Exactly.
So they might not have seen liberation theology.
I mean, they don't play it now. They've not got it, have they? Because they've got Dom. So they've got
unless they've got South America and they play that.
So what's our next play then here? So is it?
Well, space is still two VPs.
Yeah, I know.
So
if they don't play brush war here, then I'm less worried about going to Brazil, right? Because I think if they've got brush war, they play it right now on Venezuela. There's no doubt about it. So the fact that
I'd go for Brazil. I mean Brazil, and then move around. It's an upcoming.
Yeah, but I think the space is. I wonder if the space is worth the shot here. Because
I'd say Puppet is becoming more likely.
Puppet, OAS, yeah. So
Pakistan,
India. There's
Missile envy. I don't know what the duck and cover's still in the decks unless they've got it. It could be there's too much of a risk for them.
I don't think they'll do it. Oh yeah, of course. Oh well.
I know. You see, I'd top Brazil.
Yeah, definitely. Go. So Phil.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe Warsaw Pact. Leave nuclear test.
Yeah. Okay. So we at least get a tie out of South America.
Yeah. And the other thing, so things to do is arms race for VPs. I think we definitely want to be trying to stay ahead for a War Games win.
Yeah.
We're up on VPs, aren't we, at the moment? So
we're 2 ahead.
Yeah.
Trigger that.
So what goes to space? Grain sales. Space.
Then arms.
Nuclear subs at the very end. Which is a shame because it does. Yeah, the little problem with nuclear subs here is it does give them that coup on Zaire, so we need to do something with it to create a threat. But there's an opportunity here to break France or something with it.
Also, we haven't seen Lone Gunman yet, so there's there's a possibility, given that they had to monkey around with blockade and the China card and things like that, that they might be holding on to it.
That's a good point.
So yeah, nothing. No, we can't really this turn, but nothing to raise DEFCON.
I mean, I feel like space Silicon. That decides whether we
grain sales straight away.
No, not
or Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay.
Or arms race. Arms race before Uruguay.
Arms race before Uruguay. Yeah.
So arms race just now.
Yeah, I'd event arms. We are up on military ops, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, that's it. That's done. Perfect. So we can grain at our leisure.
Yeah, we've got time to space.
Well, whatever happens, it hasn't been a humiliation.
So. No, we're it's a fight.
Okay, so is that 2 in Argentina?
Yeah.
Okay, so Uruguay?
I'd like to put pressure on them, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even, do we have a go at Africa? Because I find it hard that they're going to score South America for...
Yeah, I don't think we can... It's only... Yeah, we're not going to get South America.
What about if we do 2 in Uruguay, 1 in Dominican Republic, which takes away their control there?
Oh, that's... okay, that's an interesting one. So something like that. So now that... Yeah, okay, I like it. Yeah, so they've got 2...
that makes them think.
Yeah, that gives them... I like it. It's double threat.
So they're going to... That splits it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so I let go of my Suez.
Yep, go.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it'd be good to have had Suez back, especially with socialists gone was our chance at France. But I think Europe's safe. It's still only 1 VP to them at the moment. So.
Do we want to?
We could brush Italy if we got it.
Fun with nuclear test ban in Angola.
Yeah, that's what I'm just wondering. Do we want to take a shot at that?
I think we want to get rid of grain sales as soon as possible.
That's our next.
Well, we can do that. So we've got 3 turns left, yeah?
Yeah.
So
we're going to hold 1 and we play 3.
And they've got to protect Argentina.
So what they could be popping 1 into, I can never remember, is it Guatemala next to Mexico? And then,
Guatemala.
And Argentina.
Okay, yeah.
Guatemala and Argentina.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And then
which isn't bad in terms of because we don't have
I think
let's get rid of grain. We're going to do it
space, and then that gives us some flexibility.
Yeah, okay, that's fine with me.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey.
Like it. War games now is a possibility. Of course, Central America still to come, which is not looking so great. But if all we need is liberation theology or junta or something, and that suddenly flips.
Yeah, I mean, what I quite like at the moment is we're pretty well protected against Voice of America. So we've got lots of battlegrounds with high.
Okay, so we do need to do something about that.
Do we risk the realignment? Well, so you said it was 82% or something.
I can show you what the chart looks like here. if that helps at all. Means anything.
Yeah, but it's cumulative, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that
that's just one roll.
So the
each time.
realignment probability, if we're throwing 4 ops at it, it's 88% that we'll remove 5. So I don't know what it would be that we would need to remove 6, don't we? What do you reckon?
I mean, I like it because it's fun. But putting that aside, what's the other option in Africa? What
the other
else
option
can we
here
do
is
there?
one.
I mean, crewing Southeast African states.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be annoying to crew Cameroon, and it's 4.
Yeah, I think the only option. I think either the.
I'd go for the realignment with the nuclear test ban. We might luck out and get.
Shall we?
Yeah, I might.
Okay. All right, let's go for it.
Okay.
We doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay.
And again,
I think one more in there so they can't flip it with a 3.
+4, surely they can't.
Yeah.
Oh, phew.
Okay.
I always just get very nervous when you've got a.
Do we want to also get them out of Brazil? Or do we either Brazil or South Africa? I'd kind of like to get them out of Brazil.
That or just have a shot at something like Panama.
I think you're right with Brazil because they can poke with 1, can't they?
Yeah. No.
Okay. It's +3. I mean, yeah, 83% chance we take one out. All very low odds that we.
Worst case scenario, we lose something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Okay, that's a bit more secure, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly. I'm not getting another toilet stops. That's what I had. That's a good problem for drinking a little glass of water. You see. Try to hydrate myself. Back in a second, guys.
Okay, so we've got Camp David, haven't we? Or nuclear subs.
I'd play Camp David.
I think so.
Just 1. We're pretty strong on VPs at the moment. Yeah.
Surrey. Oh crap.
Straight into India and Pakistan. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could do Camp David into Afghanistan.
Yeah, that's what I'd go for. Damn it. Yeah.
That said, though, I mean, Usuri can be really nasty, and they haven't. It's not like a game-changing.
It's not a game-changing. We've still got Southeast Asia card to come, so it's not terrible. But yeah, let's definitely get. We've got to protect Afghanistan, I think.
Yeah. Or do we get nuclear subs out by poking? We could poke Algeria with nuclear subs. They would then coup Zaire. So assume they'd win that. They would have. No, that would be 2-2, wouldn't it? No, that's not.
No, we're 2-3 in Africa now after that realignment.
We can also. We've got a space, a space remaining as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got one more. Ahead. Okay, it's really not. It feels like it's swung back a bit towards us. This early mid, which we need because it's they. I mean, the other thing is to consider is Central America. So,
also, DEFCON. They've played Usuri and they've played Nixon. If we get the China card back, they can't take it from us.
So what's the thoughts on this one?
So they've Usuri'd into Pakistan and India. We were thinking Camp David into Afghanistan because that maintains our domination. But also, we've just realised this, they've played Usuri and Nixon for the event. If they play the China card, or if we steal it with Cultural Revolution, they can't then take it back. They also have influence in Cuba, which puts them at greater risk of DEFCON. So I think DEFCON's quite a possibility.
I mean, I definitely, if we weren't to do Afghan, I'd coup Guatemala, but I think Afghanistan's more important.
I think so. I think also time. I think we've got to.
Yeah, we're at 39 minutes, so we do need to pick up. But we're doing okay. We've rattled much quicker through this mid-war.
Ricky, could you just see how many? You click on the how many? 31 in the draw. Okay.
Yeah. So we're. Are we going to get a reshuffle at the moment?
Not yet. No.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Not the next one.
Yeah, of course, because we've not seen omits and we've not seen what we spaced omit. And that's not out of the way. But yeah, I'm okay with this board. I think it's, Central America's the only one that feels, but the fact
Yeah,
they've not,
7.
yeah. Other than
I mean,
that,
Central America is much worse when it's under control of USSR.
Yeah.
So that
We also have the potential of liberation theology,
Yeah.
and Junta hasn't come out yet,
Yeah.
has it?
Oh, nice. So they're playing that for Africa.
Need to think about setting up for VOA perhaps,
Yeah.
because Zaire and Angola, we need one more in Angola, don't we? Because otherwise we'd lose access to Zaire, or one more in Zaire, either way round.
Yeah. Okay.
well, bear trap might be an idea at some point.
Yeah. So we had pretty good.
I mean, Southeast Asia could be a good headline, presuming they don't have colonial. They don't use that. I don't think they would use colonial.
No, they would probably put it into Africa, right? Priority. I mean, they would only put a couple into, but they wouldn't be able to break.
They headline colonial. And we headline Southeast Asia. They'd take us. They'd interfere in Southeast Asia. But I don't think they would headline colonial because it doesn't give them much. It doesn't change much in Africa because we've got 2 in Zaire and 2 in Angola.
It's not a particularly dangerous headline here for them. So yeah, I think it's that. I mean, we definitely know Central.
Should we go with Southeast Asia?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit of a rough hand, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, we can't complain. We had pretty good hands in turn 4 and 5.
Then again, to be honest, I mean, it's not bad having some of those cards. I prefer us to hold them than, like, ask not what your country can do for you.
We do have an option as well to play duck and cover.
Yeah.
For ops.
Could we duck and cover coup Guatemala, cancelling out this? I mean, yeah, but then they only need 1 coup in there, and yeah, that's just a great move. It's not. It gives away 3 VPs and potentially makes Central America worth 10 in the end.
I mean, we're not eventing any. We're not going to event OPEC. Oh, it's 2. It's the 3. I mean, it's not. Is it not really worth it?
Yeah, we probably need it for the ops this turn, given that we've got very little.
So what's the space card?
Okay, great. Let's Well, we don't want to give them Arsenot.
We can't. I don't. Yeah, I think maybe duck and cover. I know it's VPs, but it allows us to
get rid of a
maybe.
Card that's a bit of a pain.
Okay, so but just are we going to bear trap event that at this to get rid of?
Yeah, but so I think we don't want to bear trap here ourselves in the headline because then
no,
it gives them a coup in Africa.
Hold on just one sec. We don't get a coup if we
bear trap. No, I think duck and cover might be the best option.
Or we don't get a coup with duck and cover though, do we? Because that will activate and drop.
But then need the delay.
But then
we could give them ask not. It's better to have ask not for them in turn 6. And sorry, it's better for them to have ask not in turn 6 than it is turn 7, isn't it? Because the reshuffle's already happened.
Yeah.
So if we gave them ask not, we would then be able to coup and set up a domination in Africa or in South America.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's do it.
So right. So what are we going to coup with though in Africa?
Hit Nigeria with OPEC or
that's got a good chance of.
Is there anything that we can lose out on in terms of big cards? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
It eases their DEFCON worries, but presuming they're holding something.
Let's be aggressive on the VPs. We're
go on, commit. But we'll coup with missile envy, won't we? Because we're holding this.
Yeah.
So
we coup missile envy on Nigeria. Yeah, it's I think it's right. I think duck and cover. We want to space here and avoid the VPs. We want to keep the VP pressure up because we're now about to go to +10, heading towards turn 8 with 4 games out there. I think that's not a bad position.
We've got to sort out.
I know Central America is the one problem. We're going to have to probably give. That's a tricky.
Is it 7?
It's 7 at the moment.
I don't know how much we can do about that.
So we might just be forced to eat it.
Well, we need. Yeah. Well, let's see.
It could be worth a one-off shot at cooing Guatemala. I mean, I don't think there's any harm in that. I don't think it'll do much. They'll just coup back one of the other ones.
So what are we thinking of as our hold card? Duck and cover, perhaps, or bear trap?
Yeah, it's just whether if they've got lone gunmen,
bear trap isn't a bad one if it works out in our favour. I'm not against necessarily bear trapping oneself and getting rid of. I mean, what's the one? We've got space as well.
I think the space is really good because we then get to see headlines. So if we can get to space,
I wouldn't mind. Nuclear subs spacing.
I think with the Africa situation,
I would rather play nuclear subs last turn.
I think if we coup Nigeria successfully here, I think that makes nuclear subs a bit more playable. And then at least it doesn't, it's not the third battleground in Africa that they're cooing.
Okay, let's So what? So space puppets.
I would space bear trap.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, does it mean away with holding duck and cover?
I don't really like, unless you've got like a DEFCON situation or something. I don't really like playing bear trap because you can lose a game on it.
Okay, I mean the only thing is the one thing with us playing bear trap is that we event it and we're in control. We know we're doing it when we're blue hand heavy. I mean duck and cover. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what
they respond with.
God. We're going up to 10. You said with the Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So the next move, the immediate next move, is to missile MV to Nigeria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they'll try and realign if we do well on.
Okay. So also the other thing is we've got half of the game left, and we're on 36 minutes. That we're better than them on time, but I think we need to think about trying to force a war games win or like trying to stay in the game, and and if we get to the last turn, us having kind of 10 minutes and them having 5, was like leveraging that side of it as well.
Yeah, this is where the clock really comes into play. We need to stay ahead of the clock.
I'll keep an eye on that as well.
But yeah, we know what our next move is anyway, no matter what we missile MV to. Oh, okay. Oh. So
South America, Middle East went.
Yeah.
Allende went.
Yeah,
what else?
What
else?
I'll do the coup, then I'll show you the cards.
Yeah, great.
Good job. Get the clock moving.
Never mind.
Okay.
All right, they discarded Allende, Middle East, Korean War.
Not too bad.
Much.
Yeah, that's right.
So actually, that's not terrible because it means that they weren't holding any of the DEFCON worries.
Well, it could mean they've just drawn. Long gunman.
So if we coup in Central, if we get equalize them in Central America, that takes it down to 5. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. What's it? Yeah, 5 for control.
Yeah. One thing that we haven't thought about for a long time is overprotecting North Korea.
Yeah. Which suddenly becomes more important now that we're 3-0.
Yeah, we're on 8 at the moment, so I think it's worth doing that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Africa's still in play here. They may have Africa. So,
no, sorry. I just meant in terms of stuff that we haven't thought about for a while.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, sure. No, I was thinking. I wasn't actually listening at that point when I just talked about Africa. Yeah, we do need to do that definitely.
Oh, there comes CRG now.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So, is there a play here where we do something like that?
I think so. I think you've got to do South
Africa. South Africa.
Not with bear trap with OPEC. No, not with bear trap with OPEC.
Yeah, don't worry. Zaire. And unfortunately, that doesn't take us back. Yeah, that's the problem.
No, but then I think we're just going to have a bit of a coup, tug of war.
Yeah, are we okay with that then?
Yeah, I think we might have lost Africa there, but never mind. Or do we flip with? Can we flip with 3 in Nigeria, but they'll just realign that. Yeah. What do you reckon?
No, I wouldn't go with that. I think it's a riskier move. I reckon
we've got puppet governments and we've got nuclear subs, so I think we might be kissing goodbye to Africa anyway.
Yeah, no, let's we want to keep a hold of our.
Or South Africa, Zaire, prepare South Africa and Zaire, and then because we've got the 3, that's it, and then use the 1 somewhere else.
Is there anyone else with threat?
We could use that to overprotect North Korea.
Yeah, we could just do that.
I don't think they're going to go for North Korea right now. I mean,
could
India. I mean, India's it's an open battleground. They don't know that we've got a force.
I tell you, the other thing is, if they're holding Africa, we could spike Cuba with 2, overprotect Zaire, and then if they don't do something about,
then what? Yeah, I mean, if they decide to play Africa here.
Okay, I like that. I like
it. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. All agreed?
Yeah.
And then we at least get the chance to try and defend Africa.
I think it's right. I mean, Central America's our problem here. I think it's if we got away with 2 VPs, that'd be amazing. But I feel they'll probably repair it. But I think it's worth a shot.
How many turns do we have left, Ricky? On the 5. Right, okay, so there's 1 hold card.
One hold card still. Yep.
They've got to respond in Cuba.
Yeah, I think they have to. I don't think they can. They'll have to. It's a pretty good guess that we've got Central America, right? If they've not redrawn it there, they know. Unfortunately, that's the only downside of that play. It's kind of an obvious, but I think it was worth it. I think it's worth a shot. Okay. Yeah. So we're protecting it.
So we can repair. I mean, we've got to get rid of kitchen debates at some point. Yeah. Repair that while we're.
I mean, do we? Have they got more?
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
What do we?
I don't think that we're going to have to play it anyway, though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Are we just? But the thing is, are we going to fight for Central America or not? Because if we're not, then we might as well
just get
Central
rid of
America.
I would rather pop in South Africa because as a tempo thing, that then gives us 1 VP back. We're going to play kitchen debates anyway, so that gives them 2. But then at least we're getting South Africa back, and if they want to try and break it or something like that, it makes it harder for them.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, that's fine. Let's go for it. Yeah.
Let's just do that. Yeah.
Vicky, can you click on the up at the top to see how many cards there are on the draw?
Yeah, we've got
11. Okay, so they might. There's a chance that Africa's still out. It's not.
Yeah.
I would actually I don't know. Would we rather we see it this turn, given that we were going to.
I think also we need to keep an eye on Brush War.
Yeah, Brush is dangerous here somewhere.
And if we get it, we can have a crack at Italy with it, I think, because they haven't had NATO, have they?
No.
So what are we thinking? Are we thinking space or hold bear trap, space duck and cover?
Yeah, I mean, So this is thinking here about what we don't want going back into the draw pile.
I mean,
for
one option could be Yeah, bear trap is a bit more risky, I guess. One option could be like bear trap coup on Guatemala, which would give us a huge amount there. They'd then
it'd have to coup one of the other
coup
3.
back.
Yeah,
we'd go out. I don't know.
If we escape the bear trap, then
I think.
Yeah, it's...
The other problem with bear trap is it allows them a chance to increase DEFCON and dump anything that they're holding. So I know I kind of keep going on about DEFCON, but now that they've dumped a whole bunch of cards, and none of those were lone gunmen. So there's a fair chance.
Should we space then next anyway? Because we want to get to in the headline.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. At least we get a couple of VPs from Flower Power.
Yeah, that's something.
Where's he going? Zaire, probably. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Ooh, hello.
I like that.
Nice.
I like that. Right.
So space.
Space here, or do you want to get rid of Central America? Are we going to fight
No,
Central America? Is there
space in case he's got a couple of nasty things
Yeah.
and has to deal with like liberation theology or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
So space. Don't cover first. Don't cover spacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space rules.
It's all right.
It's good. We got it out. So.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was
okay. So we've got 3 more. So basically. I mean, puppets, I'd be inclined, when we use puppets, to put 1 in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Just to avoid them going into there for sure. Okay, D-Style's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, so are we just accepting Central America?
Yeah, I think we've got to make that call now, because if we want to play, we've only got puppets or nuclear subs to play. We don't want to play nuclear subs and give them the option of 2 coups on Africa.
Yeah, I think also with nuclear subs, if we could one thing we could do is we could poke Cuba with nuclear subs.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility here. I would definitely want to poke something.
Not yet, though. At the end. Oh no, you mean when what and play Central America as a final card?
Yeah, I think I think we just score Central America. I don't think we can fight it.
I don't, because if we poke Cuba with, so we're going to have to play nuclear subs, puppets, and Central America. Yeah. So we can't beat them on country count in Central America. And we can't, and Africa country count we're behind. So puppet governments isn't really relevant hugely because they're just going to, pile a whole bunch of stuff in. So if we play that first, it doesn't really change the situation. Then if we play 2 from nuclear subs into Cuba, they then have to fill up Cuba. And
they could ignore that though and just go for and start crewing us in Africa.
Yeah, and then we could dump Central America.
Yeah,
because they're going to get a coup in Africa anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, I think this decision here is: are we fighting for Central America? Or
I think puppet, for me, regardless of what else we do, I think puppet governments is first.
Okay.
Yeah.
First.
So if we do that,
so you want to? What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know what we can do with puppet, but
do you want to put something in Saudi, or
we could even the country? Yeah.
We could put 2 in.
Or we could
coup Guatemala
for if we coup South African states. Does that give us a?
Coup Guatemala changes the scoring more.
Yeah.
But they'll probably put something in.
That's okay. I think time as well.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for it. Coup Guatemala with puppets.
Yeah.
Gives us an option to get. Okay.
Well.
Oh, that works. That's something. Like, I know they're just going to put. They're going to put 1 back in Guatemala.
Yeah.
And they're going to put 1 in Saudi and probably 1 in somewhere in Africa.
Yeah. So we should swap those roles around. If we had the 1 for space, and the
Zimbabwe, Guatemala, and maybe even not Guatemala. Maybe they'd put it in El Salvador.
Yeah, they might do something like that. But yeah, so our next play now is nuclear subs to break Cuba, and then we just hold Central America right to the end. Because either way, it's going to be they can't get any worse, right? So I don't think there's any harm in.
Are they good? They are good for military ops, aren't they?
What's the scoring in Central America at the moment?
It's +7.
2.
Oh, it's sorry, it's 3 now. Yeah, it's 3. Sorry.
Okay, so it's a difference of 4 VPs.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So factors.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Have I miscounted in Asia? How come that's even then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3 on backgrounds is the problem.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, we've got a chance to flip one of those. They're not hugely overprotected, so.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
So you think 2 in? Rather than
it's not even that big a flip anymore.
It's not. So maybe Central America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a shame. Boo.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, here comes liberation theology.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we probably should have thought about it. They're actually the puppets that give him a chance to, making sure it was a domination.
Well, it's a rough hand.
Yeah, it
that
was
one.
It was
so
not much
there's
we could
only
have done with
so
it.
much we can
Yeah,
do with it.
What
I
about
don't think it's
what
bad.
about 2 into Algeria now?
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, we've got to break something. Either Algeria or France, because France is still not protected.
I would rather do Algeria
Yeah,
because
definitely no.
it's coming at some point.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah.
That is the frustration that there is Central America. Well,
So things that are still out there. So he's got. I know he's already played it. John Paul, VOA. Oh, that could be really nasty.
John Paul, he played that. They played it for ops.
Did he?
Yep.
I must have missed that. Yes. NATO, I think, is still out there. Africa,
we
one
could with
small
NATO.
step. So
We
did. Sorry, I didn't take that one out.
It's all right.
One small step. Salt. Red Scare.
Yeah.
Lone Gunman, Arab Israeli, Lib Theology, South African Unrest, Willy Brandt, Cultural Revolution, Quagmire, U2. So it's what's left is fairly red.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, the thing is looking into the future, we really need to flip Asia or Europe back to our, because Central America could be really difficult.
Yeah, this is in
the end in the war, and the other three are kind of fairly stable for the time being.
Okay, so just trying to get slightly ahead of the game in terms of timing. If we're probably looking at Spacing Bear Trap next turn,
yep,
or VOA, if we get that. Things to headline. Lone Gunman might be worth headlining if we get it because it's not going to come back round again. So that we could get a one-on-op coup into.
Great, we can. Should we coup Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh well, it was only a one-off coup,
okay.
So it's going to be up at 4, so we can coup next turn Pakistan.
Yeah. So he's picked up grain sales.
Yeah, because he can't drop DEFCON here, can he? Of course, with.
Oh no! So if he.
Yeah, this is good.
So yeah, we could hit Pakistan. We can.
Yeah, well, if he uses grain sales next turn, then he can't use.
Yeah, he's going to headline grain sales for definite next turn. So. Oh. Okay.
What? He didn't know that, did he?
No, surely not. No one's stream sniping us.
No, sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, no,
I meant more. I meant it was there was something.
It was something they could have guessed that. Yeah. That was a good play. Well done to them. Good play.
I think we Lone Gunman and then we.
Quagmire.
Yeah, Quagmire just
hit back with Quagmire.
Yeah, what do you think? Quagmire hit back.
Hoping that we get luckier than they do.
Yeah, we get.
I think he might be holding. Did he have a hold card?
He's got Africa. I don't know.
So sorry, what I meant is he's got. No, we've got Lone Gunman. Sorry.
Yeah, I like that. Also, I fancy our chances. So Quagmire maybe gives us a shot at a coup on Pakistan. If he fails, if we pass, if we both, even if we both get through,
everything's back.
Turn comes back to us.
Scoring card wise, content wise. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Quagmire them.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do like the Lone Gunman if it wasn't for the bear trap. I think Lone Gunman is the play, but.
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go for it. Let's go back. Yeah, that was a good play on that. Grain sales. I was convinced they were going to hold grain sales. It seemed for the headline.
Okay. Oh, that's annoying. We can't get rid of voice.
Of course.
Like we can't get rid of anything apart from Cultural Revolution, Muslim
Revolution. This is ugly.
I think given that it looks nasty, maybe go for Muslim Revolution first, and then we can steal the China card, and he can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
We need the China card back here. Oh, phew.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I think DEFCON he's here a serious threat with him being in Cuba.
Okay, so that's actually
okay, so we're doing with one now. Whatever we do. So should we do Latin American death squads
into Nigeria?
Yeah.
And so Asia we just
Asia we've got IP war for a shot at Asia.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's good. So, let's do that.
Yes, that's good.
Okay.
We don't have a excuse me, my language was strange.
He's got Africa, so that's going to be dropped at some point. He's got U2. He's got Hunter. Say again?
You might dump Africa now because we don't actually have domination.
But 3 VPs, that'd be.
He's going to take one small step. I'm not sure there's much we can do about that.
But it gives him a shot at the 3. Yeah.
Okay.
We can't. Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to hold VOA.
Should go.
It's quite good if he crews us. I mean, we've got South African unrest, which is not a bad hand.
No. It's just
we can hold voice, can't we? We've got 5 more turns.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have to play Cultural Revolution because I think the VPs aren't looking too clever.
Yeah.
So IP War or Cultural Revolution first, and then what do you prefer? IP War into India?
I think IP War into India. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same odds, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but let's see what they do. But should we try and get domination? Put a couple in Africa, and so what have we got? We've got 4. They've got 4. You know,
under Purge, I think we're struggling when it comes to any kind of race.
Yeah.
Country count.
Oh, and they've got NATO. So what do you do there? Okay.
We got, I think, possibly to pop one into Ivory Coast. And I don't place that. I think Lone Gunman one into Ivory Coast so that we can not be realigned out.
Yeah, I think you're right. We've kind of got to defensive there.
Okay.
We're ahead on time, so I think if we keep our decisions quick.
Let's do that.
Cool. So things to do.
Indo-Pakistan war, I reckon. India next.
We've got to get an IP war because that could be huge if we score Asia. If we get lucky.
IP war, Asia, South African unrest, either to repair something in South Africa and Angola or to spread ops. Cultural Revolution last turn.
Yeah.
I'd opt. Yeah. Although if we're not going to use South African unrest for the event, it's kind of always good to have a couple of extra, options on our final turn to play something.
He's got Junta as well, I think.
Yeah.
He's playing one. We're not going to space, are we? He's playing one small step to get ahead of the space race. You two might be going to space. He's got Willy Brandt. He's got Arabis Rayleigh.
Yes, that's
okay.
That's Indo-Pakistan.
Indo-Pakistani war.
India.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Never mind. Okay. So do we take? Try and keep the VP pressure up. Oh no, we can't flip because we're under Red Scare Purge.
Can't flip. Yeah, no, I think we just play Asia scoring next.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they give us the China card. Well, that's nice. That means that, and they can't take it back now with.
They've got Middle East. Okay.
Yeah, that's not so good. But what can we do? I think not much.
Is there anything that we can do in terms of country count in Africa? 1, 2, 3, 4,
so
5. Sorry, Africa's just gone. Sorry.
I mean, there's
I mean, the only thing we could do is we can't do anything in the Middle East. I think we just score Asia and get.
Yeah, go on. Go for tempo.
Score Asia.
Yeah.
Just keep pressure on time wise.
But that's a pain because we have to play Cultural Revolution, don't we?
Yeah, but we've now got the China cards, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I'm quite. I mean, and they've
played.
We could have done, but in retrospect. Okay, so maybe they haven't got it. Okay. So.
Okay, so let's see. Now let's see if we can be aggressive here. So we've got 3 points, 2 with Cultural Revolution, 1 with South African unrest to play with. Should we? What's up for grabs? I mean, Central America could be bad. Europe.
I mean, maybe there is an argument here for.
Do we want to put one Cultural Revolution? And I guess Africa's not coming again, so we don't need to put an Ivory Coast.
I was wondering about North Korea,
because
we are under Purge. But the fact they've given us the China cards, and
Maybe
sure
Taiwan, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that doesn't work into final scoring formation, does it?
We don't want to just overprotect. South African unrest gives us 3 instead of 1 by just going,
stops them pumping South Africa.
Yeah, we'll just you get 1 in Africa, another 2 in Angola, so they coup there, it's less of an attraction. You know what I mean?
We could, as Cultural Revolution into France, make them. No, that wouldn't doesn't do.
I reckon I'd be inclined to put one of the Cultural Revolutions in North Korea, event South Africa, because we get more ops than just 1.
Yeah. The other thing about Cultural Revolution,
Jason.
Yeah,
and then 1 in Angola and 1 in Botswana. Or 1 in.
So yeah, 1 in both. So yep.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You can do that. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and commit, and then with Cultural Revolution, we could try and sneak Central America out in the headline by spiking Cuba.
We could. I mean, do we know what they've got left?
I've stopped tracking because of pace. I think they've got Arab Israeli. I haven't seen Willy Brandt. Have I seen you two? Hunter?
No, they haven't. Junta. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So, do we really need to protect North Korea right now because they haven't got the China card? It'd be strange for them to go there.
I don't think
it's
no,
the main
I don't think North Korea is a priority right now.
I mean, do you think maybe even just like pushing into Argentina, just attack?
I just wondered that as well.
Yeah.
Because if they've got Hunter, they're gonna play it, and
then at least it forces them to play Hunter in a particular way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's go.
It's less likely then they get a chance to flip completely.
So we've got 3 turns left. We've got 8 minutes a turn.
That's pretty good.
That's okay.
Double you'd have in a 45-minute game. So we're actually more or less on time for like evening out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not.
Yeah,
been a bit of a swing back.
Yeah, I mean that turn 6 I think was really it's one of these things that I always find as the USSR as well. The later the scoring cards come in the mid-war, just the more likely it is they're not going to be in your favour.
It's okay though. We're still in it.
No, it's definitely. It's not by any means.
We have the other thing to think about is
that wasn't a bad round. We were put out
for a handle we were purged, that was really not too bad at all.
So Chernobyl's the last cards.
Yeah, definitely.
Grain
cells is unplayable.
Space.
So we've spaced that.
But so VOA.
Shea here. To headline.
We could use Che and
go to.
So Iran Contra
can be dangerous with the relines. Is what reline threats.
But I think that's such a bad hand for us that I think we need to do something a bit left field.
But what if we were to do Che in Lebanon, because that takes forces there, or
can we? How do you mean Che in Lebanon?
Oh no, she only works in Africa.
It's Africa.
Excuse me, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, you're right. It's not.
So I think the rear lines.
Yeah, line contra. Then we hold that for.
Which rear lines are you referring to then? What do you see as an option for realignments? Just if they're realigning us.
So both, but I think we're now quite firmly behind. Because of the draw that we've got, because we've got to probably have something to do with Alliance of Progress, or
also can't really play Eastern European unrest now. It's late war.
Yeah. This is a pretty rough hand.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot we can't play, so we're gonna have to play some of it.
Yeah.
I think
Iran Contra.
Yeah.
There's a lot here we don't really like.
What about this is left field then? Playing grains now.
I don't like that because they then get the choice of what they give us.
Yeah. But it's. I'm just thinking in terms of what can we actually.
Can we play?
Voice of America. We want to get rid of that as well.
Oh no, you can play it or return it.
And space that. There are 3 cards we really want to space.
Eastern European unrest is, I think, the least bad because we can repair half of the ops. they'll take East Germany and Poland down below. We repair both of those with 1, and Romania is the only other one. But I think we'll be okay.
Here we go.
Okay, so where are they going to go?
Venezuela. Okay.
Okay, so that's our realign then.
Are you okay?
That's
what are the odds then with a realign on that?
Well, we've got an advantage of 3. 3 there, haven't we? Because we've got what we just played.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking.
We're +3. So we could
realign. And then we could take. I mean, do we think they've got South America? We could take a couple of swings at Panama as well.
Yeah, we could swing at Panama. Could go.
Or we could start trying to think about final scoring and go Zaire.
Yeah, there's a few things we can do. Should we go for it? A real line?
I think if we don't, they'll take it.
Well, it is, and so the other
we just place ops to take Venezuela back. We place ops in Venezuela, Colombia, but so that that is.
Personally, I think we're behind, and so realignments. We need to get lucky. I feel.
Yeah. Okay. I'm behind it. Let's do it. So, which card are we using? Sorry, I've just assumed maybe AWACS feels.
I think.
Yeah, AWACS. So. That's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Really, and Muslim revolutions anyway. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
I mean, one other thing for realignment is what about Cuba here? Because we're up.
I would quite like to leave Cuba because of Ortega.
Ortega's a threat here.
But what if you click on Cuba though? What does it give us in terms of odds? Because we could knock them down a bit.
Yeah, but I worry. As long as we don't knock them out.
We could knock them down for just to take them down from being in control because they can't lose all of their 5.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe Panama's nil was maybe.
But we.
I don't know. I think that's okay. Or try and put pressure on in Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina's 1-1. I mean,
most likely thing is we remove our own.
Yeah.
No, I'm uninclined to. I prefer Chile. I mean, Cuba. I definitely think 1. I personally, I don't know. Cuba. If it knocked it down to 1 for them, wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, if we could somehow find a way of doing it without. But then again, with us, so just quickly then on the Cuba gambit, if we knock them down to 1 and we then take it, it gives us a position there. But then they can still then realign themselves out of there. I mean, it's low odds, but if they got stuck with Ortega, they might do something like that to save themselves, and that's this way it's making that as big a threat as possible. And DEFCON could be our best route to victory.
What are the odds on Zaire? I know Africa's scored.
It's
1-1.
1-1. We could go for it. I think that or Panama.
There's no downside to that.
Yeah,
I think so. It's
Panama.
But what's not been scored? Africa's been scored. So I mean, personally, like Chile and Cuba for me are the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Panama, they can get back in from Costa Rica.
I tell you, should we go? I think Cuba seems higher risk, higher reward.
Okay, let's go Cuba. You guys have called it. Should we do it, Cuba?
Yeah.
There we
Shit.
go.
But even that's still not bad. And what about
and now Panama.
Chile.
Chile. I kind of go Chile because we've already got potential to.
Okay.
That's fine. There's no difference.
Here comes Ortega.
Yeah.
It's okay though. That's okay.
Yeah, but at least if we get we've really mitigated that. That's from what 7. It will go down to.
You're right. I think it is from a VP and board position perspective. I mean, we're not losing on the board here by any means, and although this hand's going to be tough for us. It also takes 1 less VP out of alliance if we do have to force.
So another thought is Che into.
Okay. Do we want to finish up taking?
I think we finish up taking. What about if we put 1 in?
So we could do
Cuba, and then put 2 in use alliance progress. 1 in Cuba and 2 in.
Oh yeah, we could break, couldn't we?
Chile.
Yeah, and it sets up a domination. Okay, it gives them 3 VP, but I think at this point.
I don't know how else they're going to.
I think we need to go on time as well.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Yeah.
We're getting down to the point where we're not far off 5 minutes a turn, and that's hard to play single player.
Yeah, we need to just pick up the pace.
Okay,
so our hold card is VOA, and our space shot is grain sales.
So this is great. Let's put it in.
And Romania, because they're going to take from Romania. And then we've got one more. Czechoslovakia, because that gets involved with. Okay. So if we do Eastern Europe,
space now, just to get that done.
Yeah, or Eastern European to make them make the choice of what they're doing, and then we can just use it as a kind of null turn to, what's it like to get rid of it, to cleanse our hand, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, resolving EU, get out.
Yeah.
Did you say some of their clock? So what are we doing with it? Are we putting one each back in East Germany, Poland? Do we feel we need to?
I think 2 back in East Germany in case they get
So
one in Romania.
Yeah. One.
No, do we need Romania really? No.
I think so, because I don't want to get into a situation where they can brush war Portugal for. Okay, but wait, we put one in Romania. That's definitely the right.
Yeah.
What's it's already gone. So, Independent Reds has already gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. That's what I mean. So there's no need to put one in Romania. It doesn't make any difference.
We could maybe hang on. We could at least put something maybe in
let's
two
put
here.
Two in, one more in,
because then it gives us a realign. We've still got Iran Contra. We could realign Chile.
Or you could put one into Zimbabwe.
Yeah, one in Zimbabwe, or 2 into Paraguay for a realign on Argentina. But maybe the Zaire. What do you think?
That's not a bad idea. I'd vote 1 in Paraguay and 2 in East Germany.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got 2.
Let's go with that.
2 in East Germany, Paraguay. Although I don't think that boosts our realign if it's only the one influence.
No, it doesn't. It needs to be control. I would go 1 Zimbabwe, because we can then have that gives us something different. We can also hit Cambodia with Che.
Cambodia with Che.
And then that gives a hefty realign against Zaire.
Yeah, Cameroon, yeah.
Oh, it's Cameroon, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's too blurry. Okay, that's that.
So yeah, the resolution.
Okay, so Che to respond.
Yeah.
So first Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe. Oh, nice. Which is that one?
And then wait, do we want to do that one rather than the one in Saharan Desert? Saharan's 2. This is just to get Zaire, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Zaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. That's okay.
So we've got 3 times
grain sales next, maybe.
This is not so bad, though. This is not so bad, right? I mean, we space grain sales next, and then we got nuclear and Chernobyl. Oh God, how many times have they had D-style? It's like their 3rd draw.
3. That's their 3rd D-star. Yeah. Right. So grain sales to space.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got that space though.
The nuclear test ban next. Now, are we thinking about having a big swing with a realign?
Yeah, we can go realign crazy, because we could go Zaire here. We could then follow up with Cameroon. To not.
So Zaire is nothing, isn't it? That's a.
I mean,
know it's +1 us.
What if we were to go for Argentina? What would the odds be there?
That's
I think it's
evens, isn't it? For the not that the odds, but the bonus is even. So if we're doing that with 4 ops, and we're looking at removing all 4 of theirs, it's 50% to remove theirs, but we may remove ours as well. Panama is the other one.
An option.
Panama would also be evens, right? Yep.
But the benefit of Panama is that we don't stand to lose anything.
Yeah.
The downside is that there's 1 more to remove.
They're obviously winning
everywhere. Yeah, they're obviously.
Okay, so realigning. So should we do Panama?
Yeah.
We go for Panama first.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, nice.
Do we want to do Costa Rica then?
Yeah, it's +2 to us, Costa Rica. So
yeah, 72%. Let's go.
Yeah.
They just
And
lose.
again.
One again.
Yeah.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
god.
Oh well, that's all right. Don't worry.
Jones.
At least if we get unlucky, we can blame losing on that.
Exactly, I like that. Yeah, it was just it was the dice. I've got a cookie here I've been eating. That's good.
So possibly more rear lines.
Yeah.
And we really need to stay on the clock now.
Yeah, let's really max out the value of Iran-Contra.
So what are we thinking? Chile, because of it discarded Allende in turn 6. So
the Chile we're going to have even less than if we go for Argentina, aren't we? Okay. I think we've got to. Is that? Do they have Iran?
They've got one more, so we could protect Iran and break. If we break Lebanon, that stops the domination.
Okay.
Okay, let's just do it. We need to give on time. This just all depends. Something like Aldrich in our hand, a few good cards. I don't think the board's too bad for us.
Okay, we're done. It's even going into 9.
I mean, I'm quite happy with how they've played this turn. They've really just mostly overprotected things, which is.
So Marine Barracks, does that remove in? I can never remember. Removes in Lebanon and
2 others. Yeah.
So we're struggling with. We've got tear down that needs to go to Spain. No. Oh.
This is bad hand.
So although tear down, what does tear down do? I can't remember. I know it drops DEFCON. Not tear down.
It gives them a
so Cal.
Cal drops DEFCON.
Oh, but it gives
It gives them 2 VP. But they don't control South Korea, so they wouldn't get the. So we could use it. So we could do a Marine Barracks bombing headline and play Cal to place something in the Middle East.
So given that we're holding Middle East, maybe Marine Barracks.
There's a real issue. If they drop the DEFCON in the headline, we've got 2 DEFCON cards.
So but we're holding the China card.
China card at that point.
We are, but we
Marine Barracks. I think we have the headline. Sorry, guys, I just need to make us move.
Yeah.
So we're going to need some time.
So save lads for later, just in case they've miscalculated.
I think so. If I forget.
Although there's, maybe we need to try and seed that maybe. Star Wars, this is going to be nasty.
Yeah, I feel like this game is.
So what are the routes back into this? Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Jeez. Right. Okay. So they make Star Wars grain sales tear down this wall. Lovely.
That's
actually, it's probably not so bad, to be fair. I mean, it's got a degrader.
Really want it back?
Yeah, they might just give it back to us.
They might give it back. They don't really need. I mean, what's the Middle East scoring at the moment?
So Warsaw Pat's gone. So not Warsaw Pat. War Games is gone. I'm not sure how we catch them with We Will Bury You, but they can space that.
Okay, he's using it. Okay.
Okay.
So which two?
So is it 2 defensive play? But I don't think there's any way we can flip.
Should we do Jordan, and then what does that drop it down to? And then just one off that.
And you could do one off
and
Libya.
one off.
The problem is we just don't have access to Libya. That's the
Yeah, and then play Mid East.
Yeah.
He might have Europe, so
yeah, I was thinking here.
I think we need to.
They still have Dom though. Yeah, but do.
So no, I know, but they can. If they get ahead of us in Europe, we won't catch up with this hand.
Right. So
I think we've got to do whatever we're doing because we've only got 11 minutes.
Yeah, so I was thinking
one off Jordan and then one off somewhere else.
Yeah, one off Jordan, one off Libya. Then let's just do it.
Okay. Yeah.
And you guys don't want a Mid East score here.
I think we've got to get back into Europe.
So
Europe with Marshall Plan, because Marshall Plan doesn't.
I don't think it gives them anything.
No.
Get okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Then break something in.
Break Israel
somewhere else.
Break Israel.
Or what about breaking Egypt? Going into Egypt, so give us access.
You can't break Egypt. My preference would be East Germany, Poland, get an extra one in Argentina. Because if we're going to play lads later, it's unlikely, but I think we have to play for domination somewhere else.
Okay.
And they might be coming.
But we're losing Mid East to Dom, yeah? We're not going to come back.
I don't think we are. I don't think we're going to come back from it.
We might get a shot here, depending on what they do. But they'll probably read it and go for it.
I mean, if we wanted to race, we could go 5-5 with Syria and Gulf states, but.
I mean, I'd be inclined. I think we can marshal one moment late. What's the worst? They start topping up in East Germany, and we lose.
Yeah.
Well, we're 3-5 there, but we can race in Europe. Okay, well you I don't know. I'm inclined to just to drop the Middle East now, and then we only lose one VP, and then we play.
I've already committed us with Marshall Plan. I just want to keep us moving.
Oh, you've done it. Okay.
Sorry, I just went a bit quicker. But I thought just to keep
We've got John Paul as well, so that's difficult.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna have to give it because we.
Do we hold? I stopped tracking. So do we hold Cal against Middle East? Not against Missile Envy.
I don't think we can hold anything this turn. We're not going to be able to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can't hold. We're going to play everything. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to play everything.
So, what? So that means that Cal has to be spaced.
Yeah, Cal has to go to space.
Then we have to.
Well, unless we want a China card, but I think we want to hold China card, right? It's our. Yeah. I don't know how much value it gives it. I don't know if there's anything.
I'd space Cal. That's going in Libya.
Replacing, yeah. Okay, we dump Middle East now. Or Space Cal.
Well, I think we should just get rid of Middle East. We're not going to fight for it.
We're not going to fight for it. Let's get it out of our hand. Freeze our hand up. Yeah. It's gone. Yeah.
So one thing that I think we could have done in retrospect is taken 2 from Jordan and then used the spare 2 from Marshall into there. Still, never mind.
They would have just gone in Syria, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, assuming they had. Yeah, they would have just.
But I think we would have then had 3 ops to. Oh. Okay, so that's redundant about Cal now.
Yeah, I think they would have.
Okay, so Space Cal, I think.
Yeah, just get out of our hand. Again, just gives us a bit of freedom. We're under no pressure.
Okay, so
are we playing Korean War? Because we're looking at a bit of a lack of mill-ops.
Yeah, I think Korean War. I mean, there is an option here to coup something like Cameroon. What are we going to do about VOA? That's the next question. Is there anything we need to start thinking about protecting against VOA, or actually kind of? I think we're. We got a that looks really vulnerable.
I mean, I'm almost more tempted to play China card and just top up in Asia. So we're unreachable rather than play VOA.
3 again.
Especially if they're going to do that, yeah.
So what does that mean for us though? Do we then play?
So we'd be holding.
We have to top up the 2
in JP2. He has to be topped up in Poland.
Yeah. Is that just trying to stop us from getting Asia domination?
Potentially, or
should we just do JP2 quickly, and because we've got to do that, and then?
But then we. Okay.
Oh no, that gives them Europe a domination.
No, I reckon this is a good.
Can't do that.
Good. Yep. I think we should do. I think I'd play. I reckon China card, and we get secure North Korea, secure Thailand. No. Use all of it in Asia.
Oh, I don't know, because we're going to have to.
Yeah, we've got.
We're going to give away domination
in Europe.
I use the Latin American crisis for Poland.
Okay, we're not going to event that. That's probably fair. So yeah, okay, so something like that.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, and you've got one more.
Taiwan. Or overprotect one of the double T's.
I don't think it might. Oh, well, it's the extra one. Yeah, something that to stop them.
Yeah, let's go Taiwan.
Okay.
It's empty, so why not?
Okay, and then I mean the Latin America is a nice option, but we could just.
We're just going to have to play it for ops.
Thinking about the Korean War, maybe it's best to hit Cameroon with Korean War for a coup.
For the real lines.
Yeah, I go with that. That's nice.
I'd like that card.
Should we top up in Poland?
Okay.
Is there another one?
Maybe Ivory Coast. Yeah, Ivory Coast.
Yeah, and that's system of domination. Yeah, that's good. It's a domination, and it's protecting.
So Poland next. John Paul's next, and then
Korean War to
coup come out potentially. What are we on? 8 minutes. That's a good game. Good game.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
Right.
I think we've done well considering the rough hand we had at the start. We certainly put ourselves in a good position. It's just last few hands have just been quite difficult.
Are you recording?
I am recording, yeah. So
cool. So you're going to pop it up on the YouTube.
Assuming, I'm hoping I have recorded our voices properly as well. Otherwise, it could just be a silent video. But we want to. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's gonna.
But that gives us a coup.
Yeah. So what do we do?
Battleground coup.
Zaire?
I mean, Panama hasn't scored.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
I know it's
only currently getting 2 there.
I know, but we're going to lose the game either by a little or by a lot unless we have a big swing. So I think
let's go for it. I think you're right. It's a 6, but
okay.
Quick.
I'm inclined Zaire because I think Central America is going to be what we get Zaire where it's better odds.
And we're one more away from a control there, which could be.
We're one way away from control, and I think we've got better chance of getting more points from Africa and the end game.
Yeah, I don't agree, but go with whatever. I don't. It's fine.
You call it.
Right. Let's. I'm going to go with the Zaire one. I think we try and we'll go with the Mard that way.
Well, I didn't know the difference either one then.
So we can both blame the person rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We'd have won if it wasn't for that.
Well, we couldn't do anything like that.
Okay. So event.
Resolve. And turn. Okay.
Well, your control is looking very possible here. Solidarity appears.
And this is the point we see solidarity.
Yep. We've got 6 minutes to try and play out this turn 10. We've lost a lot of time. It's been these last couple of hands have just been brutal, I think, unfortunately. It's been one of these.
And they get 5. Nice. 3, okay.
Fair play to them there. All right.
That's a pretty blue hand, isn't it?
Wow. Well, Iron Lady's at least something. We get an offer.
So, Evil Empire cancels Flower Pass. That goes. Oh,
God, that's horrific.
I don't think it's literally the headline here.
South America.
South America. We just have to try.
Okay, go on. To South America, and it's just rattle through this turn to be. I think this is I don't ever deliberately DEFCON suicide, but I think with this kind of hand, we're not going to change anything. So I think
it's Cuba. This is it. If we had they could have Ortega right here.
If we just rattle through to the end, and then
the Cuba play.
We're gonna give them. Oh God.
If only that roll had been so damn good.
Something about arms race points. Our manager. Okay, so that. And North Sea. So what? So which one are we spacing? Is it 3 that we have to space now?
Yeah, it is.
So we can't get rid of Voice America. So North Sea oil, because that's just giving them another turn. Otherwise,
well, I think we've kind of lost.
We have lost
with this. So I think,
our
I think we've already seen Socialist in the late war, haven't we, or not?
No, we haven't actually.
Oh, okay, so maybe Iron Lady.
Okay, Cuban. What are we doing now?
Do you want to play for this is Cuba? So what we've got to take it out Cuba.
Omit doesn't matter at all, does it? So we can use that.
We want to just coup Cameroon.
Cameroon, yeah, I'd go with that.
Oh yeah, we've got to
remove.
Yeah, of course. Can just coup.
Or actually, then they're just going to run into Cuba. No, that's.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's put 2 in Cuba with our man and Tehran.
Yeah. Okay. Then we can at least then coup after that. And Omit's good here. I mean, we they're not going to run out of time, I don't think. They've got 9 minutes on the clock, but maybe our only way to win here is to somehow force them to. So maybe North Sea is not too bad if we force them to take another.
Well, no, because they can decline the turn, can't they?
They can just put it to pass, can't they? Yeah, I don't think it'll work. I'm clutching at straws here.
That is a horrible last hand.
I just feel like since about turn 6 or 7, I feel like the hands have been pretty tough going.
Cute, very cute.
They'll probably coup Nicaragua here, yep. So I think we coup back with defectors on Haiti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or we could take an Evil Empire queue here for a shot at getting arms race maybe, but I don't think it matters. Needs to keep going fast. That's good. At least can't really let us out of Cuba. What's next?
I mean, I definitely think Akura and Cameroon want to realign.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that's probably worth a shot. I mean,
and then Angola. Okay. I think we're going to do that.
Arms race coup on Cameroon.
Are we up on arms? Are we up on the?
It's 2-0. We'd probably
okay.
Could Evil Empire here, or Iron Lady. It's unlikely they probably got Socialist, right?
Okay.
Go for that one. I think it matters too much. Oh, now we're rolling.
Even if they've got Socialists, it's not going to change Europe.
Yeah, it's not going to change Europe. What's Solidarity again? It's 3, isn't it? So yeah, we can still repair it. Oh no, we can't.
We need to put one in there.
Yeah, we need to put 1 at some point.
I mean, event arms race.
Yeah, we can event arms race, I think, for sure. If we get a shot at here, if they don't coup back with a 3.
Do we not just go for a massive, ridiculous realign?
Or go realign crazy.
It's weird.
Realign.
Okay, let's realign here. So Zaire.
Yeah. And again.
And then we need Angola after.
Angola.
Panama or something, I don't know.
Angola, because otherwise they just go back in.
Okay. Yeah. They'll go back in from. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we just pretty much going to just realign to the end.
Last refuge in Africa, yeah. Well. I mean, 3 D styles getting space. That's criminal.
Yeah.
Twilight gods are not with you then.
Well, so in this next one, will we? Oh, of course. Of course they did. I guess much. Yeah, of course. Now they just power into there. Arms race to repair it. Do we think, or do we need the VPs from that to give us any shot?
Might as well. No.
I think we've got. Sorry, I don't mean to sound gloomy, but I don't think we've got a shot. So I think just make sure that we don't lose on time, so as to be kind of courteous.
Well, yeah, and make sure we don't lose on Europe's.
Yeah,
that's the ultimate humiliation, in my opinion.
Yes, agreed. So we'll probably have to use North Tyrol now to overprotect Poland, so when we play Solidarity, we're not giving away. Doing just overprotect Poland, so we're not giving up on the.
Okay.
That.
And then can we break anywhere?
Anywhere we can break them. They did a good job of.
They just overprotected everything.
We haven't seen a Lende, so it could be that we could pop one in there, and then we'll have a Lende.
Yeah, they might come along. This is true.
Well played, chaps.
Yeah. I'm still fearing here the Europe control actually, because Solidarity might give them still a shot if they pile Ox in here right now to Poland, but oh well.
Who were we playing against? I know it's Hong Kong, but I don't know the.
Yeah, I've not actually asked. I realised we went straight to the game. I didn't even take time to actually do the good luck and have fun. I was just so straight into it. But yeah, I'll message them at the end of the game to say well done and ask who's playing. Oh, I was feeling good about it when we had some awesome hands in turn 4 and 5 that give us great position. 6 was pretty ropey, and then
turn 7 we were unlucky with the bear trap at the end of turn 6, and then Muslim Revolution in the end, Cultural Revolution.
That's purge. On that hand was. I mean, although we actually came out the turn okay, but yeah,
I think that's swung it a bit.
And this late war's just been
It's been killer. Yeah, it's been.
We get some
VPs. 3.
Just one in Cuba and one in.
I got to repair.
All in Poland then. Oh well. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll test after this to see if this recording worked. Hopefully it came out okay, and then we can watch it back. It'll be interesting to see what others think. If there was, when we look it back, if there's points where we could have done something differently.
Yeah.
I still think we navigated that early war pretty well, considering it was not the most amazing.
Weren't they up quite a bit? Weren't they up quite a lot at the beginning?
Yeah, we pulled it back.
I think our second turn we did okay.
Yeah, our second turn was quite strong because it put us in a good position.
Yeah.
Third turn,
I mean, late war just compounded it.
Yeah, I mean, late war is just one of these ones where if it goes this way, and it's pretty tricky.
And also space. Well.
Of course, they had a final AR. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh
well. Okay.
Not a disgrace.
No.
Not horrible, no. It was hard going.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice rating.
We've lost 3 from 3 on this account, I think.
Yeah.
So it just keeps going down until it finds your level.